going to face the east. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, Great Millstone, to the Akim, doing the work in sincerity and truth. Like we were saying, we're going to keep moving, pushing in the spirit of prophecy, okay? Because that's what the time that we're living in, where the last said prophecies of the Bible are going to be coming to pass. Okay, we're right in the midst of the beginning stages, the beginning conflicts of World War III. Okay, the economy collapsing. All right, and the MOTV being forced upon the humanity. Okay, we're seeing how these governments are moving. Esau, Edom, how his witchcrafts are not working anymore on the people. So now it's just by force. Now it's dystopian, now it's totalitarian, and the freedom of speech, the freedom of movement, the freedom of gathering is going to be limited. It's going to be suppressed. The truth is going to be suppressed in these last days, okay? We're in what we call an info war, okay? Where propaganda is running 24/7 through these TV stations, okay, through their medium. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai had his prophets as the messengers to deliver the messages of truth, the word of truth unto his people, the 12 tribes, which are the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans, and the Jake that are scattered in the four corners of the earth, okay? The truth, which is going to be the word that delivers you, that gives you, grants you a path to salvation. Buddy, got something?
I had Isaiah 47:12 because you spoke about the Esau's witchcraft is not working anymore like it used to. Really, it's deception. Someone get that.
Romans 13. 11, and it reads, and that knowing the time, then now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
And I have the brother bring that because it's important that you understand that these events are signs to show you that we're at the end, and that now you can't. If you're already feeling like something's up, you're not sure what it is, but it's bothering you, it's hurting your spirit, something not settling right. You know that it don't look good. Hey. Now you got to start trying to move to how am I going to solve this? How am I going to get out of this? Okay.
Right. Like I was telling the brother yesterday, it's gonna have to hit home for a lot of our people to finally start searching for the truth, to start searching for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to awake out of sleep. The war and the stress, the trouble that is happening outside of America is going to have to come here to the States, man. The uncertainty, of not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, if a missile's going to drop in a city near you, or if a drone is going to attack a building around you.
Okay, good point, because the impossible has already happened. And that impossible, you guys didn't believe America would lose a war. But they're getting their asses handed to them right now. Strategically, they're just being out-muscled, not out-muscled, but out-strategized. They're getting outsmarted. And so now it's like, hey, hold on, I need a timeout. Yeah, you make it bad now. Now you need a timeout.
Yeah, now you want help. Yeah. Trump want help from other nations. Why isn't anyone like, man,
you didn't cancel that deal.
Right, niggas is seeing how you move. They see what you do. They see what you do with these other nations, how you make deals and then back out the deal because the deal's not good for us. So they like, nah. I think France just pulled. They said we don't want no smoke with Iran or nothing. We don't want nothing to do with this war. Yeah, Japan, South Korea. Like y'all took our shit.
We can't defend ourselves. And this is all these things. You have to be tapped into these different signs. You have to be tapped into these different events that's happening in the world for you to even have an opportunity to see that you need help. Matter of fact, yeah, go right there.
Joel.
Yeah.
This is Joel chapter 2 and 28. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old
You
men
guys are starting to say things and think things that are coming to pass. You're like, dang, that it happened. I didn't think that it's happening. Go ahead.
and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions.
Yeah, these dreams and visions were unbelievable. Now they're starting to come to pass. The Lord is pouring the Spirit out to warn. With our message is warning the world, because now your dreams are being broken down. With prophecies, like the stuff that we're talking about, people are having dreams about it. Stuff that is happening now, people are having bad, nightmarish dreams about it. And so now this is getting your attention to wake you up out of sleep. Because this place has a witchcraft, heavy, deep sleep on you that you have to snap out of. It's like being in the Matrix. You got to snap out the Matrix. You got to be woken up out of that. So now see the real world for what it is, so you have at least a fighting chance. That's all we ask for up here. It's just a fighting chance. Lord, give us a fighting chance. Lord, we're of the elect. Okay, but you can't still sit around like, fuck that new I don't know, pick any random rapper right now and do such and such drop today. You know, that ain't nothing that you want to be involved in. This is where your mind should be locked in on. You know, your mind should be locked in on what's going to happen. Damn, the gas station hit me. Damn, the grocery stores hit me. What's going on in the world that I need to be paying attention to this?
Right. We really got a head start on the world, because as we can see these things for what they are right now, the world is like, when the world finally catches up, they're gonna be in panic mode. What do we do? What I gotta do? We like, we've been prophesying about this. You know, our apostles 40 plus years, elders 30 plus years, 20 brothers. You know, elders. They know what we know what to do through the Spirit. We're going to know what to do through the Spirit.
If you can put that pride away, you can hear the message. If you can if you can tap out of the fleshly, niggardly ways, you can hear the message for a moment, so that you can now see, like, okay, this is what it is. Okay, so what did they say? What was that name that they're calling on? That they said, wait, who you call Jesus is black? Whoa, what is this? You got to snap out of all that worldly madness, man. Get up on it. And the thing that we always say, actually pick up the book and read it for yourself. At least look and see what's in it. Fumble around in it, hear somebody call something, and we breaking it down a certain way. Now go check to see if that's what it say. Go into the other language to see what it say. Because this now is when you had a time. They're gonna cut that internet. You're gonna lock you down again. They're gonna probably draft you and your children. Didn't somebody just talk about who was that guy? Oh, that lady. I forget that TikTok lady. Listen up, that lady. I know what I'm talking about, right? The blonde chick. She was like, they're offering 75,000 signing bonus for seniors to join the military. They've been begging you to join the military. They even let the next Top Gun movie come out. Because it sparked in the 80s when the first one came out, it sparked a lot of people to join the Air Force then. And they're hoping that or the Navy, whatever then. They're hoping that happens again. Well, it ain't happening. These people ain't built for that. They don't want to go to war. Then they don't like the reasons they're going to war. Okay? So now that they're drafting seniors, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna start drafting people. Okay, that's why Trump won't take it off the table. Because we already know it's gotta happen.
That's the same thing that's happening with the MOTV too. As far as it's gonna start off with incentives, and then it's gonna be a forceful thing. Because they know, you said they offering seniors 75,000. They know they're never gonna get a chance to spend that money.
Right.
Because they're just bodies to fill, just to put in the forefront so they can set up move elsewhere.
So they can have somebody press the button for the next drone somewhere else. Yeah, sir?
Yeah, going to
Then he'll go down.
Jeremiah 15 and verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as are for death.
When shall we go forth? Because, the language in the Bible is that old English style language. What should we do? That's what it said. What did it say? Where was that at? Jeremiah. What is the one in second Edges? Is truth here? Truth haters, how does it go?
Wait, shall hide himself?
I think it's right around it, but it says, is truth gone through the land over here? That might be an Amos. That might be an Amos.
No, that's
Second Edges, right? Yeah. I think it's the fifth chapter, right? Has truth gone through the land over here? And then it even in Amos, bring these out. Matter of fact, bring those scriptures out. You got it.
Second Edges 15, it's like Second Edges 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall
Prophecies
come.
of those tokens, go ahead.
The days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
Yep. Let's talk about the famine of the word. If you that didn't get on board with this, you're gonna be like, damn, it's trouble. What do I do now? Well, for a lot of you, it's gonna be too late. For some of you, you're gonna catch the tail end of this thing and be able to try to latch on if you were called to this thing. Well,
But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest,
sin upon sin, wickedness. Go ahead.
or that thou hast heard long ago.
Yep.
And the land that thou seest now have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Keep going.
But if the Most
That's
High,
talking about America foremost. That's every land that's gonna be hit with these prophecies. There's no land that you can go, I'm gonna go to this island over here or this continent over there and it's gonna be all right. No, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing that's going on out here. It's happening everywhere in the world. You won't be able to escape this on earth. This is now becoming earth. Babylon has created an earth problem now. Go ahead, bro.
but if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day.
Keep going.
It says, and blood shall drop out of wood, and the stone shall give his voice, and the people shall be troubled. And even he shall rule who they look not for that dwell upon the earth.
That part I wanted to be coming up to, or you passed it? You know the one I'm talking about? What verse right now?
Is it verse 11?
It's somewhere around here.
Check verse 11. See if it's verse 11.
Yeah, jump to that one.
Verse 11 says, one man shall ask another,
Yep.
and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous going through thee?
And who's that? What's that talking about? That's talking about the prophets. Are there prophets in your town? We need to find something. What are y'all doing over there? I don't know. We're just trying to hide out. They ain't really hit us hard like that. Well, they're coming. So what you gonna do? Well, is there prophets in your town? Because they were talking about this. Well, that's what we're here for. So like, I don't know if there's anybody there, but like Ogden, Utah, they gonna need to know like what's going on.
All right, to land back off what
Jake over there.
land back off what you're saying. Hey, right now when things are still comfortable, you know, people are avoiding the bearers of bad news, right? Speaking of the prophets and the Lord. But when shit gets heavier, hey, they're gonna be searching out for those same men that they didn't take that leisure time to go find out, hey, when things were good, man. You know, so it's like the Lord is gonna flip those roles, so to speak, man. That's why the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Because right now, hey, look, it's what's the day, March 15th? You know, you got more bombs dropping, you got gas still going up, and you see no niggas here, man.
2 weeks in.
You know, you don't see no so-called Negro, Latino, or Native Americans. Hey, right here, man. All the niggas is still partying. As if shit not about to get worse.
Like
Bro.
at the start of when the brother was speaking, he was mentioning how it's gonna take for shit that happened close to home to get Jake to become serious. That's why it says in Hosea the 5th chapter, 15th verse, the Lord said that he would go and return to his place and hide his face until they acknowledge their offense. And he said, in the day of their affliction, they shall seek me early.
Ernest.
You know? So right now, paying $5 a gallon is really not enough to stop Jake to really think about what's happening in time and in the spirit.
We've been there before. We paid $5 a gallon before.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, Jake complained, and then what they do, they bring it down 25, 50 cents, and then niggas is okay. You know?
But when it hit $8, it's gonna be
$8, $9.
It's gonna be when you trying to make it somewhere and you ain't got enough.
And not only that is when you got to decide,
Yeah.
Ted, do I eat today?
I
I got to get gas.
Yeah. They're gonna start to feel it eventually. You gotta commute back and forth to work. You find yourself at the gas pump more times than normal.
Yep.
You're gonna start to feel you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna start hurting. You're gonna start to feel it. See, when I saw those prices in California, I'm like, damn, the fucking numbers that you paying for a gallon is more than what we saw on I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the movie. It was at 6 something. They paying.
When that movie came out, it was like
Gas was like 2 something back then when it came out. You know, they paying 8 something in California.
even through the scamdemic that happened, in 2020. Jake wasn't coming out here like this. This brother came in, but during the scamdemic, the whole world was locked down. People were supposed to be afraid, man. But we were still out there, but it wasn't a large group of Jakes trying to hit his truth. That's why Lord need to cause a famine over here so niggas can actually be hungry. Jake, take the chicken when he got a Jake hand. Then he can't eat, man. Now he gonna start asking questions. Now he gonna fucking wake up out of his deep sleep. 'Cause that's how niggas are.
You gotta take the blunts, weed, weed,
Pills, take all that away.
Hey, the box,
clubs.
Xbox hands, and pussy
They
cards.
too bloated.
They gotta see bodies. Point blank period. Because if niggas start seeing bodies drop, death within their family, friends, loved ones, this, and it, like we talk
I
about.
like them ghosts and COVID.
No. We
talk
talk
about
about the
in the house.
contractions, right?
Yeah.
Let's say a nigga died, 2 months, then it go down to more deaths, closer and closer. So where you seeing multiple bodies drop, 10, not just weeks at a time, every day. Oh damn, so and so died. This person died.
Ambulance coming down your block so much.
That gets you to start thinking like. That makes you think even when a family member dies in your family, that gets you to start thinking about death. Like, what about what's gonna happen when I die? And what's next? And what should I do? That Jake is gonna start to contemplate those thoughts.
You're gonna be perplexed.
Right,
Trying to figure it out.
and afraid at the same time.
This is Isaiah 5:10 in the NLT. It's like a 5:11. It says, "What sorrow for those who get up early in the morning, looking for a drink of alcohol, and spend long evenings drinking wine."
The only people out right now is trying to drink away the problems. They're trying to get through the day so that tomorrow, hopefully, something better happens tomorrow.
Eat away the problems.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a big meal.
It's continuing. It says, "What sorrow for those who get up early in the morning, looking for a drink of alcohol, and spend long evenings drinking wine to make themselves flaming drunk. They furnish wine and lovely music at their grand parties."
Hey, here in Vegas, this is one of them cities where you can find people drunk early in the morning.
And in the hood, though,
Or drinking still.
Yeah.
Early in the morning.
in the hood too, Jake wake up to a 40 ounce.
They go to breakfast. They taking shots at breakfast. They had their little brunches. They drink their little mimosas, especially the India.
Yeah.
If it's a crew of them, they go into these brunches. They finna drink up a bunch of mimosas. Then, hey, speaking of, right? They start doing all that. Then midday, let's go into the casino. Let's play some tables or some machines, some slots, and then keep the drinks coming while they playing. And then by the evening, you drunk out your mind. You stumbling. You need your friend to hold you up. You gotta take off your heels because you stumbling all over the place, drunk. Yeah, that's you could do that here.
Yeah, every day.
Every day. And that's why when these calamities hit, it's gonna hit these people hard. It's gonna hit them hard.
And they label that as freedom.
Yeah.
I'm free. The Lord never gave us permission to sin. That is give that the permission to be a total reprobate and a deviant is given to you by the so-called white man.
Man, that's it.
That's his part of his wine. You know?
That's how he makes you. That's how he keeps you naked.
And it says that you get
Going to
drunk, the drink, and then look upon his nakedness. You know, say, oh, here, have some more. And then when you are drunk and loaded, you just
Now you're thinking about Bam Adebayo's
they sit back and laugh
83
at you.
points. You're looking at Bam Adebayo's 83 points instead of looking at the prophets. You know, you're looking at the new movie releases. You're looking at, you know, whatever new music just came out by some random rapper nigga or whatever. All this stuff, you're looking at all the wrong things. This is what's important. Because when you sober up from all them drinks, you're going to still have to deal with this. And guess what? You done lost too much time.
And remember, we went into, I want to say maybe last camp, where we was going into Isaiah the 24th chapter, where it says that they that drink strong drink, it shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's not going to be enjoyable anymore. You're gonna lose the pleasure, the urge of the pleasure of it.
The thrill is gone.
Basically, you're gonna lose the thrill because it's not gonna basically take you away from your reality. You're not gonna be able to drink away what the Lord is doing to the society.
Suppressing.
That's true.
You know?
I was gonna say Jake thinks it's a crash course for faith. It ain't no crash course, no weekend course where shit hit the fan. Okay, I got faith now. You know what I mean? Let me just read my Bible and now I got faith. The faith that you're gonna need for the times we're coming into, these perilous times, you have to build it up. It's a process. Of course, there's gonna be those that come in the 11th hour, but hey, you don't have faith in Yahweh Shema Shah and not building it up.
What's the point? Just like you said, the 11th hour, we know a lot of Jacobs gonna come in that hour. We're not holding it against you because it's ultimately the Lord knows. But you gotta recognize who's been out here laboring. That's why we got, you know, apostles and elders, you know, that we serve and fear, you know, all down the line. Right? And then and how do you know we got the right message? Right? That's the main thing. We no one else, no other school or doctrine is this confident with the message. Okay? Breaking down everything according to this Bible.
I'm going to go back to Isaiah 5:11 NLT. It says, what sorrow for those who get up early in the morning looking for a drink of alcohol and spend long evenings drinking wine to make themselves flaming drunk. They furnish wine and lovely music at their grand parties, lyre and harp, tambourine and flute, but they never think about the Lord or notice what he is doing.
They didn't. My people do not know. My people do not consider. Hey, they don't know how bad the Lord has made it in the history, and how bad He's gonna make it. How much worse than all of historic events He's gonna make it in this life. In this life, it's a key point.
And the scriptures tell you that the Lord don't change. They think the same power that destroyed the whole earth except 8 people. They think what they thought he's just having a bad day or something. No, that's the same power, man. He's still angry with the wicked every day. And nothing has changed. Those same spirits is back, man. The same wickedness that's going on is going on today. And it's even more.
The society, those same spirits doing wickedness is in a society that's far more wicked. So the creative more wicked.
More iniquity.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, the Lord's just gonna, when the Lord start killing lots of souls, when he takes out lots of Israelites, that's when Jacob's that's when they're gonna want to inquire. That's when they're going to seek the Lord early. All right, that's when Jake is not gonna think everything is for face value, entertainment, none of that. All right. Hey, let me grab this real quick just to bring the point home. This is Psalm 78, starting at verse 30 in the NLT. It says, but before they satisfied their craving, while the meat was yet in their mouths, and this is when we was in the wilderness, it says the anger of the Most High rose against them, and he killed their strongest men. He struck down the finest of Israel's young men. But in spite of this, the people kept sinning. Despite his wonders, they refused to trust him.
Yeah.
So he ended their lives in failure, their years in terror. When the Most High began killing them, they finally sought him.
Yeah.
They repented and took the Most High seriously.
Yeah, the death is the only answer. Like you said, brother said it earlier, death is the only answer that's going to make this real to people. Do it.
They come.
Yeah. I could read it again.
Are you guys a part of this building as well?
No.
You're on the end?
No.
No, you guys are from the 12 tribes of Israel. Can I get one of your guys' flyers?
We don't have to.
Flyer?
we don't have
You
a
don't have
flyer.
one? Well, God bless you guys for what you do.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. Good day, shalom.
I'll read it again. Psalm 78. And I will start at verse 31. It says, the anger of the Most High rose against them, and he killed their strongest men. He struck down the finest of Israel's young men. But in spite of this, the people kept sinning. Despite his wonders, they refused to trust him. And that makes me remember what the scriptures say in 2 Ezra 9, where it says, in their life they have received benefits and have not known real salvation. Yeah. Yeah. Place of repentance was open to them. But instead, what did they do at that liberty? They despised it. All right, it says, so he ended their lives in failure, their years in terror. See, the Lord's getting ready to bring terror to our people again.
Let's get ready. Terror in Isaiah 41. Yeah.
Yeah, these women, they choosing signals is high.
Yeah.
Very high. Because even they know we're in a bad time. Man.
Yeah.
These chicks gonna start getting real desperate, especially Eve.
It's getting funny right now.
Yeah. They trying to be cute about it, but later down the line, there's gonna be snot bubbles and tears.
Spirit, bro. It's the spirit, bro.
Dead ass, man.
Really, please. They can only be called by thy name.
You can learn Hebrew, man.
Yeah.
Good show.
I'm gonna read this again. Verse 34. It says, when the Most High began killing them, they finally sought him. They repented and took the Most High seriously.
Nothing is more real than death. Death is a great motivator.
God, look at Jacob. He went on Korah, Abraham, and Dathan. You know how they was coming up against Moses, and then what? The Lord opened that hole for the earth and swallowed them, the families. Right? How many thousands was it? You know? Then Jake got serious. He was like, oh snap, bro.
Jake repented.
We do got to get it together. Absolutely.
Great motivator.
So that's what that means. When the Lord said, in your affliction you shall seek me early, that's when Jake is going to want to take the Most High serious. Right now it's just all fun and games because you're not directly affected yet. You know? See, they're already saying about a possible false flag in the country. This is something that they've been propagating for years now. They're setting the stage for that. They said that guy, Larry, what's his name? Larry Silverstein. The same, the same man who purchased the World Trade Center and got the insurance policies on it 6 weeks before the attacks. The same man did the same with the U.S. Bank Tower in L.A.
Then they got the terrorist insurance.
Basically.
Come on, bro, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They say he purchased it in 2020, but it's like being shit on it. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
He still purchased it.
Yeah. These devils, they leave patterns, man, of what they do
They're not creative.
at all.
They don't have, hey, if they can't dance on rhythm, why do you think they can?
The
Plot on
playbook
it.
is outdated, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, you keep doing the same play, eventually, the people that you're doing the play on are gonna figure it out. You know? And Iran is already coming out and saying, look, that's not us.
Yeah, in advance. If we don't have any interest of harming the actual civilians, unlike them.
Yeah.
You know, we're attacking. You see what we're attacking?
Straight up military
Strategic targets.
centers.
So if that happens on y'all soil, just know that it wasn't us.
Yeah.
That's the message they put.
And we should believe that to a degree, you know, because they're still at war and they still might have what they call sleeping cells in the country. We do know that millions of military-age men were let in. So, you know, it could be that they do have people in the country, but at the same time, we know that this devil uses his own tactics to create public opinion, mold public opinion to go to war for him, to want to fight his wars. Propaganda to put fear in the people, therefore giving him more power.
I got a precept real quick to back up. This is back up that Hosea 5. Deuteronomy 31 and 18. And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods. So, you know, and it says in Judges, Judges 10, turn to the gods that you have chosen to have them save you. And to your time of tribulation. So, you know, when the time of tribulation comes, you should be turning to Yahweh Shema Shah. You should have repented, but what are they going to do? They're going to turn to JC, they're going to turn to Allah, they're going to turn to witchcraft, they're going to turn to all these deities, and that's going to do nothing but just increase your troubles and your sorrows.
They trust in the dollar.
Oh yeah.
You know?
That's a god to Jake.
Jake worshiped the dollar, man. Money. They believe that if they can stack a bunch of money, that they'll be safe and secure.
They have to stack this money, get this bunker, this is straight.
You know?
A bunker in America, Babylon?
They don't realize that dollar it put a psychological change on people. This overall Federal Reserve system was literally set up to keep you in debt. All right? People that came up with this idea of a Federal Reserve, they knew that there was going to be a faulty financial banking system that was going to keep the people enslaved. You know? And then eventually it would end up crashing. And that's what they're doing now. Iran, they just said, we'll open up the Strait of Hormuz only to those who will be willing to trade oil using the yuan. That's another attack on the petrodollar.
Every $1 is 7 dollars.
Yep.
I have it's like a thing right here. So it says global debt reached a record high of $348 trillion.
Who's that owed to the bankers, the top elites? And when we talk about Esau Edom, we're not talking about the regular laborer, the Edomites. We're talking about the top elites, that run this whole society. That basically brainwash the people to do wickedness, man. He's completely adversary to the Heavenly Father's righteousness and these people on the side. He wants to do away. He wants to call all these people on the side. That's what he wants to do. And we out here warning you, our people, that this so-called white man, the top elites, they want to get rid of you. Ultimately,
Yeah, they by controlling the money, you control, and the resources, you control the people. You can have the people will have to go to you for the want of all things. Okay? And therefore you can program their behaviors, program how their life is going to be shaped. The future, they're always talking about reshaping the future and this and that by 2050 and 2040. Why do they speak? Because they speak like that because they have the power of controlling the money and the resources.
Isaiah 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers.
You said Isaiah.
Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
And wet means to sharpen. It's like,
God, bro, that's and so coming into this truth and heading into the times of where Jacob's trouble is going to be at an all-time high. We're going to need the protection of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to keep us hidden, to hide us in plain sight, man, from the wrath and the anger of the devil, man. Okay, this is Revelations 12:12. You know, the devil has come down to you having great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. So this, as the time goes by, this devil's going to realize that his plans, his agenda, his enterprise is not looking good.
Yeah, the secret council is the top elite.
You know, which would be the bankers, you know, the people that control these corporations. You know, we know the Rothschilds. Okay, we got the Rockefellers, Oppenheimers. Oh, the DuPonts. If brothers haven't looked into the DuPonts and how wicked they are, you know, I recommend looking into them. You know, so all these elite Edomite families, man, that control everything. You would think in this place they make you believe like you have so many options, so many choices. God, but you look into it, and it's one fucking family controlling everything. You know, so that's the secret council of the wicked. They're witches and warlocks. Okay.
Verse 5, they encourage themselves in the evil matter.
So the secret councils. You know, when they have little secret meetings among themselves, that's when they plan and plot their evil.
Secret societies.
You know, like I was just mentioning about the Federal Reserve. They had a secret council about the Federal Reserve before it came to fruition. Jekyll Island. You had all the conspirators, these super rich, wealthy men. You know, some of them were actually bankers, and they basically came with an idea to set up the Federal Reserve, and you had a few men that were rich that actually disagreed with the concept. Those same said men, they learned the Titanic, and next thing you know, the Titanic went down. Because those men actually opposed this particular agenda that they had on that island.
They knew the outcome, the overall outcome of how it would trap the people into this, money system.
Yeah, and it trapped the world into it.
World.
It put the entire world into debt. Under them, yeah.
Yeah, billionaires, top elite billionaires, Edomites, they kill each other too.
Yeah.
And they don't come down with the understand the ultimate plan of a new world order. They get offed.
Yeah.
You know, for example, a few years back, out there in California, it was a Rothschild that lived out there, and his house got burned down. Yeah. So he got off too, man. If you don't go down with the program, I don't care what your last name is, man. Yeah, you gonna get off.
And because it's like this, that program is vital to their survival. They think about it. If you're underwater and there's fish and whatever else in there with people, you don't give a shit. You will scratch, claw, bite, fight, steal, whatever you gotta do to get one more breath. But that's where this man is at. He's drowning in prophecy. He's fighting, scratching to get one more chance to live.
And a lot of these countries in the so-called Middle East that they've been warned against, a lot of them weren't with the central bank system. They were opposed to the central banking system. Yeah. And that's part of also why they're focused in Iran. So when you in the way of their money, you're an enemy to them.
They say North Korea, Iran, one more country. I think Cuba. They didn't have the three countries that didn't have a North Korea. It was North Korea, Iran. There was another one. I want to say it might have been Cuba that was opposed. They didn't have a maybe Venezuela. They didn't have a Rothschild central bank. You know, and of course, who are those people that America and Israel is at odds with? You know, same people.
When you go into the word insurrection, insurrection, it means when you go into the blue letter, it means the word scheme, or their plots. So here's basically their framework of them stretching forth all their wickedness to the whole world, man. Like what's that in the Psalms? I've seen the wicked spreading themselves like a green bay tree. That's ultimately the elites, man.
Where could we spread our central banks
Yeah.
amongst the entire world so that we can have the world under our servitude?
Brings that scene from that movie House of Rothschild to life in 1934. We don't have all the brothers listen to him. He's on his deathbed. The father was on his deathbed. But we're going to have one in Germany, one in France, one in England, one in where else they have Switzerland. You know, I don't think he even named it, but all five. So we move money. We don't have to lose money by moving it around. You just go empty-handed and you get there. Our other brother bank will give you the money you need on that other end.
Later on down the line, the Rockefellers, Jones America.
Yeah.
You're the ones over here. Exactly. Same blow line.
It was in the Federal Reserve was just the beginning because they gave you the illusion that the money it'd be centralized, but it gave the public the illusion that it'd be backed by gold. And that gold standard said, oh well, I can go get X amount of gold or silver for my US dollar, and then until Nixon took off the gold standard. But the catch to that was it created the petrodollar, where the petrodollar was where it allowed the Rothschilds to control the world markets by the
They can set the price.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
They can set all of it. If you think about it, if you own pennies, let's just say, right? Well, I own all the pennies, so my penny's now worth 2 cents. I can monopolize it and set the price on it. You don't have a choice because you can't buy nothing without my penny.
And they trapped the world by
Hey, don't that sound like the mark of the beast? You can't buy nothing without my penny. You can't sell nothing without my penny. Without my money.
And I was going to say that they, America made the petrodollar the standard, but in these Middle Eastern countries, they were still buying to that dollar because when they made money, of course, but they had to reinvest their money back into America by buying their treasury bonds. Right. So America had everyone in the world by the balls. America and Israel, you know, with Rothschilds, and you know was but America was the face, but you know they're in the background pulling all the strings. But as the world is waking up to, you know,
So that's when they start moving
right.
around.
Oh, just make some balances. I should have.
It's Micah 6:10. It says, "Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and a scant measure that is abominable? Should I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth." It says that rich men are full of violence. Because what's that scripture in Sirach 27 where it talks about how sin stick between buying and selling? Yeah.
Like a nail joint between two stones.
Yeah.
So the wickedness between him that buys and sells.
Right, because yeah.
You got
It says Sirach 27:2, and it reads, "As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling."
And that's why if you watch every drug deal mafia movie that drugs was involved, that the drop or the drug exchange where they buy and sell it, that's when somebody get robbed, somebody get killed, that's when money exchange hands, that's the big play that's being made. That's a heavy place where you can, whoever's the most wicked is who wins in that situation.
Yeah. And in that world, there's no honor,
Yep.
none of that.
Power amongst thieves.
It's all about power and money.
You might have you may have to do, the wicked, they may have to do 20, 30 transactions with this person to build that trust to ultimately rob them.
And these devils, they believe in a system of usury, you know, living upon interest.
It's
And that's just what's going to keep you in debt.
predatory lending.
Predatory.
Credit cards, home loans, car loans,
Yep.
payday loans, etc.
And that goes from the individual to whole nations.
That's why you got, the global debt, 300 some trillion. These debts are placed upon different nations in the world. Russia's under that debt, China's under that debt, America's under that debt.
That's that thick clay.
Right. Habakkuk the second chapter.
So that's why, and so all these conflicts are connected with what we're talking about. All these global conflicts that you're seeing is all connected to this. That's why it says that they're filled with violence. Because they're able to take all that and fund these wars to keep it going. You'll realize that these wars, they call it banker wars for a reason. Because all these governments, they're in debt to these corporations. And the corporations, they actually are under the control of the elite, the banking elite.
The average Jake, they may know, there's top elite bankers that rule in society, Illuminati or whatever. But these top banking governments, the oligarchy, they're fucking controlling your life. They're like, causing you to sin pretty much. Government is mind control. Alright, so they basically control your mind to think some type of way, and to basically go adverse of righteousness, adverse to the Al-Bashir.
Right. If they control the marketing, they control all the corporations, all the capitalism that goes on here, then they also are instrumental in programming the people to be in a very what's that term when you want to consume like a consumer mindset, materialism,
Narcissism.
yeah,
Covetousness.
yeah, the lust of the eyes, covetousness. That's what they promote because that actually helps. It facilitates their capitalism.
You feel like you always have to keep up. It's always this place is it's all about keeping up, man. Keep up. Swim or drown.
What's that? Micah depart from 10. Yeah, Micah 2:10. Depart from this world is not your rest. It's not your rest. So our mind's got to depart from this wicked ass society. In your spirit, your spirit is the first place that needs to go. Because once you get if you get upset because you didn't get a good Father's Day gift, or your kids didn't get you a good Christmas gift or something, this ain't for you. I'm sorry, you need to wake up. I'm not saying it ain't for you.
You didn't get a $10,000 tax return, man.
You're influenced by Satan. Yeah, man, forget about that. You gotta be like, okay, what do I need to do to get to my day by day so I can endure all the way to salvation? How do I clean my daily bread so I can clean myself up enough, take care of myself to endure all the way to the end? And that's it. Something the elder said in Dallas the other night, it was beautiful when he said how he said it. Gas price will get whatever, and I'm gonna just pay it until I can't pay no more.
Right, yeah.
That's it. I just want to make enough to have food on my table, have some type of shelter, best I can, something, and then have enough to take care of myself. That's it. I ain't worried about having the longest stretched out Cadillac or whatever.
Scriptures tell you this is not our rest, man. You just ask that the Lord provides until we understand that all of it has to be taken away because we're not going to be a part of the system.
We have to put it in his hands and, you know, lean upon your faith.
And this is why we're calling you out to come out and learn this thing so you can build your faith up to really believe. Because hey, saying it in one way is one thing, but actually truly believing it and living in that belief is a totally different thing. It's something you gotta exercise. Okay? Did you have more?
Yeah, Psalm 64, but Robert.
So whoever got it.
Romans 12 and 2 in the NLT. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let the Most High transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. It says, then you will learn to know the Most High's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect.
So we're actually we've been severed. The Lord separated us from the world, man, unto Himself. Okay, and we have new. We're searching the old paths. You know, the old ways of doing things, of how to carry yourself, conduct yourself in this world, man. As a child of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, that comes with a standard. The standard of the world is absolutely deplorable. It's beastly.
Chasing the bag,
Yes.
chasing pleasure, chasing pleasure the lust of the flesh.
Yeah, once you come into this, once you become a new creature, it's like your moral your moral compass has been reset. You know, it's been defaulted to Yahweh Shai in His righteousness. You know,
Nigga offend you, don't offend you. Same way, don't hurt you. You take an L, it don't hurt you. It ain't detrimental no more. These L's like real quick. A nigga catch an L right now, flat tire, or whatever the case may be. The nigga take it personal and be all in his emotions. We learn to take the emotion out of it. Damn, I got a flat tire. You know what? I got to change it. So then do I have the money to change it? No? Okay, what do I got to do next? Well, I do got the money to change it. Okay, what do I got to do next? It's just the next process. We're not waiting to get over 6 hours later, huffing and puffing, man. We're fucking good, man. You got to do all that. Just move on to the next thing. And it takes a training of changing your mind, your moral standard and compass. What's really important? So what's really important ain't winning against the average nigga. The thing that's winning is against yourself, against your flesh, against society. To be separate from it and still continue day to day. That's where the win is at.
I got
The win is at.
what you were speaking on. Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope.
Perfect. You got it.
So just going through regular, you know, everyday shit, you know, you say to somebody how about Shemal Shai that he's dealing with you, that he's allowing you to go through this tribulation, that he's scourging you, versus a nigga in the world that don't catch no scourge. So when the real scourge come, he don't know what to do. The nigga's emotional, the nigga's impulsive, he wanna fight, like you said, he wanna fight everybody, he wanna blame everybody. The Lord is building us to be really men, to be men of Yahweh Shemal Shai, and not emotional ass children.
Emotion can get you killed. Exactly. That emotion gonna lead you right and getting that chip.
Yep. Well, I was gonna say it like this. So this past week, I had over to Costco. A nigga popped my, I don't know who, somebody popped my tire, like spirit knife in my tire. But that's not the move I needed at all, right? I come out, I'm in there 20, 30 minutes. I come out, my shit flat, completely flat. I'm like, damn, this about to set me back. And it took off some time and did other things. But guess what? At the end of the day, if I was emotional, I would have been scouring the parking lot, looking in cars, mad dogging people. With all the white people up in there that live in that area by there, these niggas is armed. Second Amendment rights, you know? I'm walking up on their car, they can shoot me. And have it with a little mean mug face. I would deserve that, but you know what? I had to bite the bullet, figure out the next move. What's the next move? Get the fuck out of here and get my car out of here. Okay, what's the next one? Is there a tire shop? No, it's too late. Okay, so you just keep moving on the steps. And when you're able to, what did it say? And what they brought up in Dallas, Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter. Wisdom will meet you in every thought. So in every situation you're in, wisdom's gonna be like, okay, don't worry about why, worry about how to fix it. Don't, or then while you're doing that, you can go over like, damn, what did I do to deserve this? Maybe I didn't do nothing. Maybe it's just a test.
Right.
See if I'm gonna be, hasty and be all in a bad energy about it,
I got
or
it.
if I'm gonna just take it.
I got some. This is Proverbs 24, chapter 24, verse 10. It says, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So we hear this. That's letting us know that we gotta build up our mental strength, man. Via the scriptures. We just like we try to stay, working out. We try to go to the gym to build our bodies up, so that we're able to perform our daily duties, feel good, and if push comes to shove, you're able to defend yourself. Well, our mental strength, our spiritual strength is much more important than that. Because, go ahead.
I got land back scripture, Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
So knowing how to control your emotions, knowing how to control your temper, okay, and not snapping on the slightest offense. Somebody trying to challenge your manhood. What is that? What is that called when people get into this traffic? Road rage. Everyday little things like that, man.
Like you said, that's strength. What gives us strength? The knowledge and wisdom. It tells you that in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and strength of salvation.
Fear of the Lord.
It's the application. You got to learn to separate the two, man. The carnal thought from the spiritual thought. We acknowledge that we in the flesh, but we don't operate according to the flesh. Yeah, we be human. There's times where we do fall, but we revert back to the scriptures every time.
Yeah, when you
No. I was just getting left go.
I was gonna say this is just while shit is still somewhat functioning here. Think about how much more we're gonna have to apply these scriptures when society collapses, right?
go through the house, martial law troops and tanks are sitting in the corner, and niggas is running wild. Look, you need to go get your food.
Exactly. When it comes to the food, when it comes to the water, stuff like that, we're gonna have to be very patient and be able to rule over our spirits, man. Okay, we're gonna have to have endurance and not lose hope that the Most High is gonna provide for us.
That's what the scripture says, in your patience possessing your souls. And we have to wait on those miracles. Right? Suffer.
He that striveth for the masteries is temperate in all things. That temperance is the ability to have rule over your spirit. That comes through wisdom. When you're in those stressful situations, knowing how to stop and analyze the situation, like you were saying in your testimony, being able to analyze the situation and okay, let me first of all calm down. Don't get angry, so I can I don't get hasty. Yeah, I can think clearly and make a rational decision from here, man.
If possible, the elders, the apostles, the scriptures recommend. Hey, right now that we still got time, we're still building ourselves up. We should be practicing fasting. We should be practicing a lot of things that make your body, that harden your mental fortitude, man. That make you strong, your spirit strong. So if you can go a day, test yourself, man. You got a boxer before he actually gets in that ring, the night of the fight. He spent months and months hardening his body and preparing his mind to get into that big fight. Okay, and that includes a strict diet. Okay, a strict schedule. Just locked in, man. Okay, that's what we got to be doing right now. We got to be locked in because that main event, that big fight, is coming. It's coming.
The main event, right?
And if you didn't train, if you didn't work out, and if you didn't put in that work, you're not gonna be ready. you're gonna. That's what it says. If thou faint in the day of what? Adversity. That strength is small, man.
A brother years ago broke it down like this. He said, the reason I was like, why would we call it camp? And I was coming in, like, why do we call it camp? It's like a military, like a boot camp. You have to. This is the training for the war. The war is the day of the Lord. You know, this is everything's in here. How to communicate is in here. How to be mindful of others, not just yourself. You know, how to work in a team environment, so to speak.
We've seen how Iran prepared for 40 years.
Taking L's.
For 40 years.
Taking L's.
Took L's, was patient. And they now I'm not saying they're winning, but hey, they punch you back.
To them, this is a win, though.
They hit him back. And Babylon has not been hit like that in a long time.
Remind me of Mr. T fighting all over the champ for Rocky right now. The win is that the fact that they even in the ring and fighting back.
Fighting back.
And they getting some good blows on.
2 Timothy 2, in verse 3 in the Amplified version, it says, take with me your share of hardship, passing through the difficulties which you are called to endure, like a good soldier of a Mashiach Yahushua. No soldier in active service gets entangled in the ordinary business of affairs of civilian life.
That's the worldly mindset that the brother was talking about.
He avoids them so that he may please the one who enlisted him to serve.
And we've been drafted in to Yahushua's army, man. Yahushua's army. And that comes with a strict regimen. Okay? We gotta be sober-minded. We can't be drunkards. Okay? The diet. Okay? We can't eat certain things anymore. Alright? The adulteries. We gotta put all that shit away. Okay? The Lord is shaping us into future kings and rulers of the planet Earth, man. And other worlds.
And the Lord is teaching us how to strip away the weapons that Satan can use against you.
Yep.
Devaluing those things, even though they may be necessary.
Because Satan, he exploits you. That's how he gets through to you. He exploits your weaknesses. If you can basically get rid of those, he has nothing against you. That's why he couldn't win against Job. It was no matter what.
Job paid the ultimate price.
Yeah.
You can only get to him in the flesh.
If you work out, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna be able to see where your weaknesses are, man. What you need to work on. Okay? And you focus on those things. We're all here. We all have different things that we're battling. You know?
One more verse, it says, and if anyone competes as an athlete in competitive games, he is not crowned with the wreath of victory unless he competes according to the rules.
So, hey,
which takes discipline.
Yeah, discipline, man. It takes a lot of.
You may be fast, but if you can't run fast in the lines, or we're holding a baton, you need to do this. You can't run with the baton. It defeats the rules.
It takes a lot of hard work, to be able to compete at the highest level. A lot of focus. Okay, a lot of athletes they go months, sometimes even years without spending time with their families.
I was just gonna bring it up. Mike Tyson said that. He said he was in fight mode when his daughter had a dance recital. He showed up. He was in training, like the last piece of training. He shows up. He's in beast mode. People trying to talk to him like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Go punch something. He wants to go where? He wants to go train. He's like, get the fuck out.
He's thinking about the fight.
Yeah, he's already locked in. He's not. That's where we're at. We're already locked in to the battle ahead of us. And we're not worried about, yeah, baby, so I got these new drapes, these new sheets. I don't give a fuck about drapes and sheets.
The 19
Do they
came
keep all bullets?
keep a nigga from breaking in, doing Jacob's trouble.
I was gonna say that
Somebody get out second address 16 and 40 in GNT. It throws you a mindset to be in.
I was gonna say real quick, during the 19, us here in Great Millstone, we passed that test with flying colors, man. You know, we listened, we paid attention, we believed, and we didn't crumble. Okay, that was just a sparring session. Okay.
While you had other congregations, the leaders were forcing their members to comply. Had several of their members take that shit, and some of them even dropped dead because they fell for it. Their faith wasn't where it was supposed to be.
You have the leaders of those groups, hey, say they gonna get it to show forth proof that it's okay to take it.
Yeah.
You know? Say, I'm gonna get it to show y'all it's safe. And they recorded it.
I think people will just slide their hand.
Show you what type of time these other campuses are. If they tell you to take that, you know what else they're gonna tell you to take, or they're gonna comply with.
Somebody gonna ask, we hungry, what do we do? That's what we said earlier. Well, what do we do now? Well, if you didn't read the scripture's gonna tell you what to do. Actually, I think y'all about to read literally what to do.
Hey, when the MOTB is established and made mandatory, some of these guys who fell through the covetousness of mammon, a lot of these guys, because they're going to want to continue to live the lifestyle that they're accustomed to, they're going to make sure you take it. Because they're paid off, they're compromised. You know, you're gonna take it, and you're gonna get your members, your congregation to take it. If you want your services to continue, you got to be a part of the system now. Tithes is gonna have to go through the MOTB system now.
Right.
Like the video that you did about the pastor.
Yeah.
Said, bring
your tax returns. I want to see your tax returns. Y'all better stop playing with
In my face.
That's okay, bro.
He sounded straight up like Big Worm and shit. You know? Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Hey, man. So yeah, they're gonna definitely, if they want to continue to get that money, they just got to get it through this new system. They're gonna want that to continue, so they can live. You know. So a lot of you gonna follow these dudes into nuclear missiles.
Right. That's why you gotta be. That's why you gotta be willing to leave this world behind. Be cut off from this world. There's nothing in this world, you know, you believers out there that should bind you to this world. I don't give a shit what it is. Your family, a job, your opportunity, whatever. You know, whatever in this world, you should have no vices in this world. Because Esau is going to use those vices to try to entice you and attempt you to take this MOTB.
I love the movie scene in The Dark Knight. The Joker, you know, the Heath Ledger one.
Yeah.
He had him in jail. Comes, he hits him, starts kind of pounding on him. He was like, what are you gonna do? You got nothing to threaten me with. He was laughing at him. You got nothing to threaten me with. But guess what I got? I got something on you. You know, so we're like the Joker and laughing at you in that moment. Like, you can do whatever you want. If you kill us, we win. If you leave us alone, we win. You got nothing. You can't use my flesh against me. You can't, try to use the woman. But we already got our mindset to that. Use our kids. We got our mindset to that. The scripture tells us everything we need to do to endure all the times that we're coming into. But guess what we got? We got prophecy on our side. We got Yahweh Shai and the angels on our side.
When it says that at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, essentially that covers everything.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing you can do is threaten to take our life or deprive us. Okay, after that, what else? Hey, can't take our soul.
That's what he intends to do, to get you to worship his image and take his mark. said if you were not worshiping, should be killed. So how is he going to do that? He going to threaten you with your life, or he's going to deprive you, which is basically another way of trying to kill you. Right?
And the fear of death, we shouldn't. That right there, the fear of death has made a lot of people comply, man. Before in the past, okay, when their life is being threatened. So death, we know that death in itself is nothing to us.
No matter how it comes, it's beautiful. The accounts that the Lord left for us to record, you know, or for us to consider, man. Everything is already there for us to go back to and take as motivation. Like you was mentioning Job. You know, the only way Satan could get to Job is through the flesh. You know, plaguing him with the flesh. He endured. Even if they try to torture our families, we got the accounts of the brothers in the Maccabees. That's something that, you know, it's a possibility. We don't know who's gonna have to go through that, but even if we do, we already accepting that as as something that we're gonna endure.
Con, your name follows you, man. Your legacy, where you left, that will follow you into the kingdom, knowing that you didn't bow the knee, you didn't bend the knee to the beast system, man.
Yeah, that's ultimately you not giving in and remaining steadfast and loyal to Yahweh Shem Shai and choosing death is the ultimate act of loyalty you can possibly do. It's by basically giving up your life to not give in to the enemy. All right? The Lord's gonna basically, because of that, he's gonna actually give you his right hand of honor and promote you just for giving your life for him. You know? So because you was willing to be a sacrifice, to show your loyalty and faith to me, I'm gonna uphold you with my highest honor. I'm gonna actually put a crown on your head, and then I'm gonna give you a dominion over your enemies, and you gonna reign. You know? It even tells you in Revelation how they saw the men that were beheaded for the witness because they had the testimony of Yahweh Shai. They reigned with him. They reigned with him. You gotta be of a high-ranking authority to just for that adjective, that word with Yahweh Shai.
That's the elite.
You're part of the elite if you're anywhere with Yahweh Shai in his kingdom.
Not every Israelite gonna be, you know, in that congregation with Yahweh Shai.
Nope.
It's like
The government body.
The government body. Like you got the top governments of these nations. All their citizens can't, you know, go in these different councils they be having. You know? So if you're just a regular Israelite citizen, you're not gonna be in the close flock of your Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12. You know?
I got second interest. You can read yours first. Alright, yeah, this is second interest as well. This is second interest 14. And I'm gonna start here at 13. It says, so set your house in order, warn your people. Oh, this is the GNT, by the way. It says, so set your house in order, warn your people, comfort those who are humble, and teach those who are wise. Then say goodbye to this mortal life. Put earthly cares away from you. Throw down your human burdens and lay aside your weak human nature.
The human burdens is the affairs of this life, civilian life. You know, I got to get this PhD, so I'm gonna just do whatever it takes. I'm gonna I'm gonna study my eyes out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna join a frat group, some type of Masonic brotherhood, to earn some type of nepotism, to find my way in this world, to establish myself.
trying to get a position.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this music deal, this record deal, and I'm willing to, you know, go through certain doors, whatever ungodly rituals I gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? Those are all things of this earth, this life. You know? And like the Lord said, who could give, when the scriptures talk about being given the world but losing your soul, but shall gain the world and lose your soul, who shall give exchange for his soul? You know, like that's why would you want this world and not the next one?
I got it. Matthew 16 and 26. For what is a man profited if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Exactly. It's like you look at the corruptness of this world, and even those that seem like they're well off.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are not happy. They're miserable.
Yeah.
They even have regrets like, damn, this really wasn't what I, you know, I intended it to be. I done sold my soul for this shit.
What's that one man, Kanye West said? Sold my soul for having you have some credit, dude. At least I got a few toys like a habit.
This nigga Floyd, he boasting all the millions that he made, but this nigga now, instead of just staying retired, he gotta get his ass back in the ring.
They gotta fight 3 years. I mean,
Three times in a year?
And he has a lucky day.
He ain't did that in over, what, 20 years?
He got 150
30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
He said, what you say?
He had like 150 cars.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
Rick Ross.
Because once you become accustomed to the lifestyle of being a high earner and having all this material wealth, the rest of your life, all you're going to be doing is trying to maintain that. You're going to be worried about it.
It's like a drug habit. Once you hit a certain drug,
You become a
now you're
slave to
chasing
that shit.
Now you're chasing that same
Yep.
the
Become
whole
a
way. You
slave
don't
to
know how to live without it.
Everyone's a suspect. You think they make, you know, does this woman really like me, or does she, you know, all of that.
Going back further to the spiritual side of what everything is saying, that's why we said earlier about you gotta separate yourself from it. You gotta be mentally and spiritually separate from this place and all the rewards. Even when you win, if you get a settlement, something happened, you get a settlement for $1 million. You can't be attached to that $1 million. You can't be attached to the world like that. You gotta be able to be like, okay, what do I need? Okay, who around me needs that's worthy of being taken care of, you know, being helped. Okay, and then I just want to set myself up to where I ain't got to struggle the whole way, but it'd be okay. But there's still gonna be a certain level of struggle.
It's like a curse. Yeah, right. I was gonna say, isn't it a thing where every Jake that wins a lotto,
Yeah, that's why I say lotto.
it's like a curse on them, where they either go broke, they die,
Get hooked on
or
drugs.
yeah,
Good deal.
they can't sit back and you think about it is, the Edomite, they can win a lottery and they can sit back and buy this because they're not. Jake's mind, even though they're wicked, they trying to think, how can I do this? You know,
Jake
Edomite
wants to get out of poverty, straight to the top, to be the king.
Edomites
Jake don't know how to make them steps. There's no way for you to do it on this side.
Right.
The scriptures got that in there too.
The Edomites
You
heaven.
gotta do
It's like, you got no, boy. You got to go away.
Jake always wanna rise up to the wrong level. This world ain't set up for that.
No, I was just gonna say that the Edomites thinking is not like Jake's. The Edomite can have have all the money, a regular house, and some little bit of land, and they'd be all right.
A rich bitch.
A nigga gotta go all out. You know, have a Evander Holyfield house and you know shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dave Chappelle said that the reparations was given out. What did he say? KFC just is expanding all over the stock market. He said Newport cigarettes, record label, 200,000 record label opened up today. The simple shit that Jake, and that's Jake trying to make money off this thing.
Right.
Trying to figure out how to make money. You know? This is not how the point of it is Jake gave it all back. That it don't lie in monetary value. That's why this thing is not about monetary value. This thing is about spiritual value. You have some.
Ciroc 31 and 1 in the GNT. Worrying about money will make you lose weight and lose sleep. Worrying about business will keep you from sleeping just as surely as a serious illness does. That's why that parable that was spoken of in Luke 12 about that rich man whose field brought forth plentifully. In the end, you know, when he was receiving all that increase, he thought the Lord was dealing with him. You know, but what did he say? Let my soul take ease. Let me, let me pick up my feet pretty much. But in the end, he was considered a fool because that's all his mind was geared towards. He completely forgot about the will of the Heavenly Father. You know, but he didn't know that his soul would be required by the end of that night. But all he could think about was, what am I going to do with all of this?
Yeah. It's like it takes a toll on your body when your spirit is not resting. Because all that's being consumed is the thought of maintaining and keeping it. Right. That you're willing to work, tireless nights, days, don't take no stops, no rest, no nothing. Like I remember we was talking about it months ago, that end of that had that restaurant.
Yeah. 7 days a week.
She was working 7 days a week trying to get it out the mud, and and then she started to. I'm pretty sure she was very boastful in her lifestyle. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm proud. I'm single. I make my own money. I'm the breadwinner, and all that other shit. Then the moment when she was trying to go and take a break or vacation, the Lord took her damn spirit, sent her back to the spiritual realm. So you did all that labor just to die and leave it to who?
She didn't even have no kids.
To eat.
Yeah, you have nobody to leave it to.
You don't even have a chance to write a will or anything, man. Well, she ain't have no kids anyway. But like that saying goes, more money, more problems. For example, you get a certain amount of money. Before you had that money, you wasn't thinking about buying this, that, and the third because that was outside of your bracket. But when you get that money, now you're thinking about what I can do with it. What other things I got access to now. And not only that, okay, now I got to protect this money. There's a lot of people that's looking at me now. They see I have this money. They're going to try to come get it. Now I got to, move money around. I got to get a safe. I got to get arms and, all this.
And it's deeper than that because Esau sets a system up where if you make a certain amount of money, you have to spend a certain amount of money, put a certain amount of money back into the system, and you have to, or you get, or you're gonna take it. And Edomites, they know the game. They made the game where they'll set up shell companies and LLCs to act like they working and they lost so much money, so they
money back
right. They got the whole game in their favor. We don't.
Set up them tax
They got all kind of tax loopholes for Edomites. Like, for example, if an Edomite has stocks or whatever, and they take a position in government, they get their cash out their stock options tax free. So if you got, I got X amount of stock in Apple and what's that one, Nvidia or some shit. You got, say you bought it super low, you got maybe a half a billion in stocks, cash free. Tax free, because you took a government position. So that's just one loophole that these Edomites have, that they're able to circumvent the law. Where you niggas Jake don't got that. Jake not thinking like that, because Jake got, you got to hire a small hat to do your books, to run your accountant, and on the back end, you think he's for your best interest. No, he pocketing 10% every transaction. Talking about, it was this for this, it was for this, and Jake don't have the wherewithal to do their own research and study, so they get taken every time.
They don't teach us that in school. They don't teach you how to finance your money, your finances.
Right.
And They don't teach you the laws, and they don't teach you shit. they teach you just how to be obedient. An obedient worker.
Yeah.
I was going to bring up the scripture. The fool and his money shall soon be departed. Basically, a fool. If you're a fool and you got money, you're going to be broke soon.
That's the same. What was that in Timothy, where it says, "They that be rich fall into temptations and a snare, and diverse hurtful lust." You fall into all type of
You ain't never
scams.
had no discipline.
Yeah. You fall into all type of scams.
Yeah.
You fall into all type of devices, man. When Esau, he finds loopholes, like the brothers are saying. He got whole tax havens down in Central America.
Yeah.
Panama, Costa Rica, you know, offshore entities where they don't have to deal with any corporate taxes on anything, you know.
The laws only apply to the poor.
Yeah.
They're not ruling themselves by the same laws that we're governed by. You know, it's the rich against the poor.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
Scripture say the borrower is servant unto the lender, or subject to the
The
lender.
rich hate the poor, and vice versa.
Proverbs.
That's how it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, too. Because these Christians, they think everybody going to be on an equal playing field.
Yeah.
No, man, it's going to be rich and poor. That's how the Lord set it up. It's the duality of the Lord.
It's gonna be rulers and servants.
Is that Proverbs 23:6 in NKJV, King James? It says, "Do not eat the bread of a miser, nor desire his delicacies." When you go into that word miser in the online edible, it says miser. It says a miserable or unhappy person. Yeah. It says. Yeah.
Kitty picture.
It says here.
Nigga.
It says a money raker. That's it.
Yeah.
Scrooge.
I got one to back you up too, back here. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Another quick one, Ecclesiasticus 13:19. As a wild ass is prey, as a lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
That's it. The job is
That's what the bankers have been
to take the money.
super rich, the billionaires, the corporate elite. From 2020 up until now, all these different agendas that's been carried out was to actually make these corporate owners become bigger billionaires, while demolishing the middle class. They're going to create a society where there's no middle class at all. It's just either you're rich or you're just poor. You either have or you don't have anything. What's the motto that they have been saying the last 5 years? You will own nothing and you will be happy. So they really want everybody to have nothing. They damn near want you to be homeless. Yeah, fully dependent.
As if he's the most high.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Basically, the NWO is hell on earth. Okay, that's what it is. It ain't gonna be with these people lie all the time. Why would we believe that we're gonna be happy by owning nothing? How?
They're saying that captivity is going to be happy, good for you. You're going to be happy in digital servitude. You know, where every carbon emission that's traceable is going to be taxed. All the money that you earn is going to be programmable, controlled.
They gonna take theirs before you get yours.
Yeah.
Like the Like you take out the taxes like a check.
Yeah.
You know, you when you get your check, if you owe for a parking ticket, a moving violation, taxes, that shit gone already. Child support.
Yeah, and just imagine, right? Because they're setting up a technocracy. So just imagine if you're going past the speed limit, you ain't gotta worry about the flashing lights behind you.
Oh yeah.
There's probably a nearby sensor that can read the speed meter on your dashboard. That shows that you went past the speed limit. So instead of somebody pulling you over and writing you a ticket, it just immediately come out your account. A reduction right out your account.
They had those type. It was similar in California where they had. If you ran a red light, you take fucking thing would take a photo of your license plates and they mail you a ticket.
Yep. They're gonna have you wear through this military technology that they're rolling out, Palantir and Gideon, where they're gonna know if you're under the influence just by your retina.
We watched all this already on Black Mirror. So the idea has been out there. It ain't like we're just pulling this out our ass.
And then disable your car while you're driving.
That's what I said. Impaired, do not engage the car. He said that because he had the grain that they called it. He had a chip in his head. He was faded. He crashed like 2-3 times.
And they're gonna give you this.
Insurance is now no longer valid under this. It said, like if I recall.
They're gonna give you this illusion that it's safer. The world is safer now. You know, we don't have drunk drivers. We don't have PDFs, and they're gonna make it seem like this is your whole utopian society. And a lot of people want to give into it. Like, you know, that's you know, this is what we need. This is the world that we want.
I got a precept. Psalm 56:6. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps, and they wait for my soul. NLT it said they come together and spy on me, watching my every step, eager to kill me. And how they're watching your every step, they're watching it digitally. Yeah. Everything's going deep. Like it sounds funny what I'm about to say. You talking about that carbon tax? They don't know if you didn't pass gas too many times. You must have too much protein in your diet.
Well, they're doing it to cows.
That's what I'm saying.
You know? So what more? Exactly.
Exactly.
That's all going to be part of your credit. Your credit.
Sound funny though.
Credit score.
When you were saying it, it reminded me. Like he'll do it to where, like you said, the automatic deduction. He'll just send a notification to your phone. Yeah. Like, oh, this is what it's for. Yeah. Go to your bank.
It's going to get more sinister than that. Deductions, you know, some retarded shit. You know, they might limit, you know, what you can get in the grocery store.
Oh yeah, they're going to do that. And not only that, but they're going to be able to control what you can actually get. Like they're already testing it out with the new SNAP benefit system.
Yeah,
You try to buy some junk food, put it through the scanner and buy it with your SNAP benefits. It's going to deny it because it's not meant to. They pretty much put the stipulations on you. You can only buy this or that, but you can't buy that. You try to use food stamps to buy paper towels and aluminum foil. No, you can't use it with that.
Candy.
Yeah, you can't buy that with that. That doesn't cover that. So this is the lifestyle that they're saying that you're going to be happy about. You know, you will own nothing and you will be happy.
So you know, Jake did that GMO shit. She still got, you know, this candy and stuff and sprouts. You know, that's somewhat healthy, you know?
Chocolate.
Yeah, that's no way to live.
You see, but that's why going back, and that's why I was going to have a brother get second urge at 16. You gotta all of
Verse 40, right?
the earthly, the things that is this world, man. You gotta cut yourself off from it. Don't like Paul said, I bring under my body and put it under subjection, so that you don't fall to these things when the devil tries to tempt you. So you're gonna have to be under the mindset of, even though I have these things, I'm gonna be as one that don't have them.
Exactly. So they're not going to affect me if I have them.
Right.
And if I lose them, it's not going to affect me if I lose them.
Right.
That's what 1 Corinthians 7 chapter.
Yeah.
Second letter 16 and 40. GNT. You want GNT, get the game.
Verse 16 and 40.
Yeah. GNT.
Second after 16 and 40. Listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world.
Like a soldier.
Yep.
Straight up like a soldier.
So like live like you, KJV. 41.
You know that ain't your life, so you gotta be ready to move on. This ain't it. This is just where I'm at right now. I got something to do here. It's over. I got something to do the next block, but I'm trying to get back to where I'm trying to get to the next life.
Remember when the Lord was warning them about 70 AD? And he was basically telling them, hey man, when the city gets surrounded by the Roman military, y'all better get the hell up out of here. And don't take nothing with you. Leave everything and flee. Get up out of there. Flee to the mountains, man. Yeah. Is anybody that's stuck around because they want to protect their fort? Yeah. They wanted to protect the possessions, the provisions. None of them made it.
Yeah, look, 70 AD.
Yeah. And guess what? The Romans ended up plundering anyway. They slaughtered them and they took our stuff out the temple. There you go ahead.
Okay. Merchants must not expect to make profit from what they sell. They must be ready to run for their lives. Their customers must expect to lose whatever they buy. Whosoever builds a house shall not plan to live in it. Farmers should not expect to harvest their crops or pick their grapes. Those who marry must not expect to have children, and those who do not marry must live as they have been widowed. Anything that is done will be useless. Foreigners will harvest the crops, seize the wealth, tear down the houses, and carry off the children as slaves. Anyone who has
Bill Gates, they bought up all the farmland. They basically, taking all their farmland and putting all kind of abominations in vegetation. Here you go. They got the vaccine.
Anyone who has children will be bringing them up to be slaves or to die of starvation. Anyone who makes money will do so only to see it violently taken away.
See, this is what Jake want to get serious. When all this shit happened. Where the prophets gonna be? The prophets ain't gonna be on the corners doing what we're doing now. They ain't gonna have that luxury. Most High close the doors of salvation, of grace. So where you niggas gonna be at? You just gonna be waiting to die. Whatever plague the Lord got in store for you, you just gonna have to accept it. When the Lord called you, didn't take care. You didn't take heed.
like all the things that the brother was reading and mentioning, these are the things that Jake cares. They prioritize that over this.
Cover that.
Yeah. They passed up on the message just to tend to these things that the brother's reading. And the Lord noted all that. You pass on the listening to us. You pass the camps. You pass on watching the videos and getting edified because your vineyard, your business, your money making, the property you bought, a woman that you just married, or whatever the case may be. That was more important to you at the time.
Yeah, I seen one day Jake and the Jordans, he was here last week. I said, walking past. Camp, man. With the braids, he going down partying and shit. But he was here last week walking by, going to do some, partying and shit down there. That same, passing the prophets, that same thought gonna hit his mind when all hell breaks loose. That's a perfect example.
Okay, it reads, the more possessions people gather, the more they spend on their cities and houses, the more attention they give to their personal appearance, the more angry the Lord will become with them because of their sin. This is what the Lord says.
Just like the Lord is setting these devils up, because the elite they didn't hoard in so much riches to themselves. We done plundered all the earth, and now you got your bunkers ready with storage units miles long, and you think that you're gonna make your escape. But all that is the Lord setting you up because it's gonna be handed over to the poor. How you rich me?
You gotta restore everything.
Yeah.
When somebody's stealing at a fucking anywhere at a store, they're trying to walk out with everything. They have to if they get caught, they have to give everything back. They have to, everything that they have in their possession,
Everything they stored up for themselves.
it's taken away. So they have to give it back.
Yeah. And you Jakes, you want to fight to maintain your little peanuts, the little crumbs that fall from the master's table. But just imagine how much Esau is getting ready to lose. Right? Yeah. He has the world, but he's getting ready to lose that. Yeah. You niggas fighting for a piece of a crumb that falls from the master's table.
He gonna take it out of yards.
Yeah. That's insane.
Do you like that's a funny joke. Who that he did on what's his name did to Christopher Williams on
New Jack City.
Did he right there close? Then at the end he blamed him for the whole shit. He's the real hero of everything that was going on.
Kareem Akbar.
That's how you want to do Jake.
Yeah.
You that close to him. I got a precept. Job 20:15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. One more time. Verse 15, Job 20:15. I'll read NLT. They will vomit the wealth they swallow. Yahweh won't let them keep it down. They will vomit it up. Yep. Because everything top elites, he stole from us, man. During the Dark Ages, had all the rituals out there in Europe, stole it from us. Now you say you're the queens and kings of England and shit. You got them crowns and different scepters and gold, precious metals, precious stones. You got that from Jake, man, Southern King. And when you Edomites, conquistadors came over here, to the islands, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Dominican Republic, also the mainland of Americas. It was a rich place, man. And our people were already on it, man. No, Jake stole everything.
He wanted to vomit it up.
Yep.
You know?
You think those Egyptian pharaohs that tried to bury their riches with their chest, you think they just gonna get the rest of the tomb with that? No. Everything on earth was set up for us and our benefit. So we get it all that back. We get it all back. Okay? It's now the heathen that's gonna get this boast over it. I got this off from you. Oh, y'all remember that movie Sinners? He shot, nigga, you saw me. He goes, I can't let his word get out there that you stole from the smokestack. I was like, Jake, we can't let you walk away without a score. You know, that you almost robbed. Take everything back. And also your manpower, which is your energy. You know, building up the kingdom of heaven.
This man, he plundered the whole earth. He really did that.
Ancient landmarks.
Yeah. When you leave all the resources to a small group of people while leaving the rest of the people destitute, that's going to cause nothing but friction. It's going to cause a very violent, chaotic environment. Well, all the people are going to be fighting for scraps of limited resources.
Remember they did that test with the rats?
Yeah. That's what happened.
And compared it to Jake in the projects in the hood, in the ghettos, and the barrios.
Yeah, it started off with it was only a small amount of the racks, and it was all functioning normally.
They kept the system going. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. No,
As soon as they like bred them and made it to where the numbers increased and it was on top of each other, that's when the violence started and they started, it was tension.
You got niggas that actually think that Jake has a level playing field with a so-called white person.
Right.
You
You
know?
think they can really get it out the mud and pull it up by the roots?
Yeah, that's Republican conservative.
What's the nigga? Anti-gang.
Yeah, Tommy Sotomayor think the same way.
Sirach 10, I'll start here at 7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's what's gonna happen. Saul got this kingdom by rape, rob, and murder, and lies, and deception. You know? And that's not how you get that's not how you get the kingdom. The kingdom in righteousness. That type of kingdom is not gonna basically have longevity. You know, you're gonna get your little season rule in wickedness, and that was all set up by the Most High anyway. Right? But the righteous kingdom set up when Yahweh shine, that's going to be eternal. You know, because all the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father of how to govern this planet is going to be full 100% in effect. Effect is executed. You know? So that's how the kingdom of Yahweh shine, going to be. That's how it's going to be eternal, lasting kingdom. All right.
I got it. So Proverbs chapter 28 in the NLT, verse 2, it says, when there is moral rot within a nation, its government topples easily. But wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability.
Wise leaders. We had that 40 years under King David, another 40 under King Solomon. And that's it. That was basically the whole world ruled in righteousness. 80 years, man. All the rest of it, the years under heathenness the roots. And they all got the kingdom, and they kingdom of the planet Earth, and they fell. Another nation took them over. So yeah, it goes, man. But Esau, he's going down.
Yeah, we see the moral rot within the government.
And in the people, man.
The people. Yeah, because the government, if the king is, so is its officers, and so on and so on.
Yeah, what's that? Matthew 24, how Shai said, if you don't come back, there's no flesh going to be saved. That's why you have to shorten the days for the elect saints.
It takes wisdom, the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to rule planet Earth, man. To know what to do with the resources, with all the oil. That oil is going to have a different function,
Yeah, the oil is the blood of the earth.
you know?
I actually seen something on social media. Scientists, they took basically it's a different camera. It's like a different camera they had, and they actually see like the infrared of the earth or whatever, and the earth is beat and work. You know? So the earth is a spirit, man. The earth has a spirit, man. It's a living organism.
And they said the inhabitants of the earth, one of the Proverbs.
Isaiah?
Righteous and true.
The earth, then you go to Isaiah 14, it's talking about the trees and the earth.
The cedar trees, Lebanon.
What's that, Romans 8? Romans 8 said the earth warneth, the earth grown for the
Preacher waiting for the
yeah.
manifestation of the Son of the Most High.
And that's crazy when the Lord used the analogies of certain material objects or even animals or just nature itself to cry out and witness against the wickedness of Esau and his wicked oppression and exploitation and greed. The earth is crying out against this devil.
Literally,
You know?
the waters are raging, the weather's getting, they talk about this week, the weather about to be out of control.
Yeah. You have the doomsday fish, the horde
That
fish.
come up from the way at the bottom.
There's like been a
You know,
few of
come
them.
up.
I want to say like shit, 3 or 4 in the past
That's
year.
that's very rare, man.
It's upset.
These are all signals that the world is exhausted of Esau's rule.
I'm tired of your bullshit.
The whole earth is exhausted.
Cancer, man. Cancer is this medicine. Cancer to the world.
You know what that fish has to go through to get to the beach, bro? Just the pressure difference alone. That's why you see when fishermen gotta catch a bunch of those deep sea fish, the ones that basically dwell in the dark, their eyes will pop out. Because the pressure, the difference, it will literally make their eyes bulge, man. So it's going through all those different zones just to not be able to breathe, man. You know, the beach
Rather
is
die.
Yeah, rather
I'd
die. rather
rather die than to be under this wicked ruler, man.
Romans 8, hard.
If I can get this one, this is another analogy. This is in Habakkuk 2, where it says Habakkuk 2 and verse 9, it says, "Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house." And you got the house of the Rothschilds, the house of everything that pertains to them, their riches, their wealth, all right, their power. That's all part of their house. It says that he may set his nest on high. You know, his military, his corporations, right? That he may be delivered from the power of evil. Though thou hast consulted
I think
shame.
that's the analogy right there with the nest. Why does a bird put a nest up in the tree? To be safe from all the ground predators.
It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people. Now has he done that? Through wars, through slavery, plunder.
Drugs, vaccine, I know.
Yeah.
Abortion.
Yep.
So,
It says, and has sinned against thy soul, and this is the point right here, for the stone shall cry out. So in Isaiah 14, it says that even a tree is going to be like, oof, no fellers come up against us.
Because every other season, they're cutting down some trees, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. And like, because this is it's kind of giving a allegory for the things that Esau has taken with violent force, and now it's pretty much used against him as a receipt of his oppression. You know. Now, when you go to the chat, it actually elaborates on what that actually means. It says, the line, for the stone cry out of the wall and the beam of the timber shall answer it, comes from the book of Habakkuk 2:11 in the Bible. It's part of a prophecy where Prophet Habakkuk condemns the people, especially powerful rulers, who build wealth and security through violence, injustice, and exploitation. It's always some shit. Every minute. It says, the verse uses personification, giving human qualities to objects. It says stone in the wall, meaning the stones used to build a house. Beam in the timber, the wooden beams supporting it. These parts of the building are described as crying out and answering each other.
The most basic fundamental foundations of the earth are crying out.
Yep. It says the idea is that even the materials of the house testify against the injustice used to build it.
They're going to, bro.
Yep.
Shit.
Hey, the sinkholes, because you bleeding out the earth. So that's how the earth is crying out. is by sinking in.
You got another example, bro. Chemtrails, all these chemicals you saw spraying in the air when it rains. The rain comes down to the soil and it's all fucking radiated, all type of bullshit. And the plant can't thrive, it's a whole stack together. And chlorophyll and sunlight and grow properly.
Yeah, my Lord.
Everything's polluted.
It says a house built with, it's like it says in context, the previous verse, Habakkuk 2:9-10, condemns someone who builds a secure house by plundering others. So the meaning is roughly a house built with oppression, stolen wealth, or bloodshed cannot hide its guilt. The very stones and beams will metaphorically testify about the wrongdoing. In other words, the evidence of injustice is built into the structure itself. So look at what he's done with the material wealth as a result of all these wars. All these wars that he funded.
It's based on lies.
Yeah.
All these wars are based on a lie.
Yeah.
You can't make war based on lies, man. It has to be based on truth.
You saw him build up a whole city on a man's grave or some shit.
Yep.
Spirits all unrestful. Body was coming up to the surface.
Well, there's about 80,000 Palestinians buried under rubble. And he's already bringing out blueprints of greater Israel.
You're gonna put a smart city over a grave site.
A smart city over a grave site. A burial site.
Yep.
How fucking wicked is that?
Hey, but it's no different than what he did to Jake. He slaughtered Jake, pushed them out of their own neighborhoods that Jake built, and then turned them into lakes.
Devil's principle.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah, the Seneca Village, he slaughtered Jake over there and then turned it into Central Park.
Which is like the wealthiest, one of the wealthiest places on earth. You can't, none of us can afford to even rent a fucking room.
Call to him that established the city of blood.
That's in Habakkuk.
It was wearing Rosewood, brother said? Carolina one. It was like a Black Wall Street before Black Wall Street.
Yeah. Those Jakes they were Republican too.
Yeah.
There's cities that are lakes now.
Lakes. Yeah.
This,
It was remember that one place in it was like on that map in Negro Behind. Carnivore or something, and it would show like people would research it.
Native American.
Right, Native American. Yeah. Yep.
Y'all remember that? Y'all in Ohio somewhere like that?
Yeah. All places that was inhabited by Gad and
Yep.
Reuben and
What's so fucked up about it is
QR code there.
they name a lot of those states after Jake. Iowa, Illinois. Those are actual Native American. They go back to Native American names. Yeah.
well, Mexico City was like the heart of the Aztec Empire. They flooded that place, man, and built basically on top of it. On top of the ruins, on top of the bodies. Just everywhere in the world.
everything that so all that he's built on top of all that bloodshed is just it's a witness against Esau's wickedness. You know, it's a monument of Esau's wrongdoing. That's why he wants to take down certain things, certain monumental things, because he wants to wipe away that shame. Museums, yeah.
Like you did that lesson on they took down the slaves, like shit in some parts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah, man. But going back, it says the passage teaches that injustice cannot stay hidden. The Most High sees and will judge wrongdoing. Even things meant to symbolize power and security, like a strong house or empire, can become witnesses against their builders. And Esau built all this with blood.
You reading about him?
Yeah. So all of it's all crying out as a testament to Esau's wickedness, man.
I got some.
And here it is. The earth is crying out against them. The province of the Lord is crying out against them. But 2/3 of these people is trying to save them
And lift them up.
and give them false hope. So you see why the Lord's going to do away with 2/3 of our people. Because the earth doesn't agree with you people, man. The animals don't agree with you.
Nature itself.
Nature. You're going against nature. When you trying to save these devils and make them holy like you, and you want them to rule with you and be saved, when they're doing all this wickedness in the earth.
It's getting to a point where you can't ignore it. Before, Esau, they had, certain, the social media, the media wasn't as prevalent as it is in everyone's life now, where, you got TikTok where you got Edomites exposing, hey, this is what they're putting in your food. This is what they did, they're bringing out the history that we were referring to, some of these history points. You can't refute this devil's wicked ass past anymore. You can't say, oh, well, some of them are good. Like, no, but the ones that they always like to say, oh, well, they didn't have slaves and that shit. Well, you benefited from it.
It was mainly Amalek.
Right.
The tiny hats. They the ones that funded the slave trade, and not only that, but a lot of them that was on this side, they owned slaves.
It's just like a business.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't live down here on the plantation, but I got, Joe Smo running it,
Right.
and they had the whole network where they, process this sugar cane, process this cotton, tobacco,
like when the Babylonians took down Jerusalem in their time, it was the Babylonians that did it, but who was complicit and tried to benefit from that. I said razor, that was Esau. So the same way they tried to benefit from that, hey, you devils, you benefited from what Amalek did. Because of what your forefathers done and how they benefited from it is how you even got your America. It's how you got way far above our people when it comes to the financial disparity.
And they're pissed because they got a 400-year head start. We still caught up. Imagine that. Imagine running a marathon and you start, it's 26 miles. That's like the older brother seen the highlight of the marathon that happened 2 weeks ago in LA, where the guy was behind and caught his ass at the tape. That's us. We're gonna catch your ass at the tape. You got hell, 26 out of 26 miles, you got a 25-mile head start. And Jake is still on your ass.
It's in the hair.
Yeah.
I have these are Proverbs. Proverbs 17 and 15. It says, "He that justifieth the wicked, he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord." Like the brother was saying, we have those of our people who see nothing wrong with this man. They have sympathy for the devil. You know? They believe he can change. I can change him.
That's what irks me most. He gonna do what he gonna do what he created. But you niggas, man, that love Esau, man, down to the root, to the tutor, man.
Yeah.
I hate you. Perfect hate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go.
Like, you got Israelites trying to clean up the image of this devil. Like, how? The scripture say, what the Lord have made crooked, who can make straight? Like these niggas gonna be the ones to reform the devil. How can that happen? You know?
Man, this nigga drinking blood.
Bro,
Now, you wrong with the snake. You know?
Little pity and
But I
charm.
loved you and I nursed you back to
like
health.
they just gonna stop this devil from kidnapping children and putting them in trafficking. They just had to rescue 38 of them.
38 kids.
They gonna go.
And it didn't go on the news.
Yeah.
Niggas think they gonna counsel Esau.
Bro.
They gonna have an intervention.
Listen, you do that. You believe it.
You got bloodlust, you can't even imagine.
Jake is insane, man.
They're an abomination.
They the same devil they defended. That nigga take their organs.
We seen it at the time.
Take
How
their-
much for
their
your
organs.
black babies?
Yeah.
Take their
Start 500.
Take their kids' organs.
Life in there.
Traffic their kids. What is it?
Yeah, man. If you trying to justify them, another word for justify is to make righteous.
Think about yourself.
That's what the word. Look, somebody look that up. Where it says, "He that justifies the wicked and condemns the just." Look up that word justify. It literally means you're trying to make them righteous.
Here's the cold part. You can't make his moves righteous, so you make his moves. I mean, you can't make him do righteous moves, so you make the moves he make righteous.
Well, that's what the Christian church managed to do. They justify the wicked every day.
They're saying, "Come as you are," as part of it. That's justifying Jake's wickedness. Saying you don't have to clean up for the Lord. You know? Just come in the filthy state that you've been wallowing in. Got that word justified. The word justified is 666 and 3. It says to be righteous, to be just, to be righteous in conduct and character, to make someone righteous, to do or bring justice.
Wait, what the hell is righteous about these devils?
He said they
Like seriously. What's righteous about that? You got the Christians. They spend all this time attacking us, right? But they don't ever have nothing to say about the Zionists.
How the Zionists treat the Christian.
That's the biggest elephant in the whole shit. How they when you read the things contained in that Talmud, they don't ever like to go into that. The things that they say about Hamashiach. Y'all don't ever go this hard at these people. They're telling, hey, what did Ted Cruz just say? Why you ain't going in on him? The way y'all going on us.
It's like a force field around the small heads.
It's insane.
They can believe whatever they want to believe. You got to accept it.
It comes down to Edomite supremacy, man. It's about Edomite supremacy, because if these small hats were some type of dark skinned people over there, oh, the condemnation, the outcry would be fucking heard worldwide. This American Christians, man.
It's really small hat supremacy. They ain't Edomite supremacy. You gotta believe what they believe and trust what they trust, because they're the rabbis, and then
They're white.
yeah.
So everything associated with them is supposed to be pure, holy, separate. He is acting like no God was found in his mouth.
Well, what's that in Psalms 36? Where it says, the fear of the Most High is not, Psalm 36 is like the first couple verses.
Yeah, the Psalms 36 at the top says, the transgression of the wicked says within my heart that there is no fear of Yahweh before his eyes.
The things that they do, they operate as if there is no God. Like they operate like atheists. Because if you're in fear of a God, you're gonna move a certain way. You're gonna have a certain moral code of righteousness. But these devils are straight up lawless. If you can drink blood and sexually assault children, you're fucking lawless. You don't have no morals. If you justify and commit genocide, stealing and robbing a people, you ain't got no morals, man.
What the elder Yashirama said, they use the Bible when they want to justify war.
Yeah. Like BB used Amalek twice. He used it on Hamas, and then now he's using it, or if he's maybe the AI version of him, he's using it against Iran. But how are you imposing the Amalekites on two people groups that have no link, no ancestral link to these people? The Amalekites are descendants of Esau. Those Palestinians, they go back to Ishmael. The Iranians are Persian. They go back to Elam. So if you study the genealogies of the scriptures, you'll know that what BB's using is manipulation. It's deception.
All are Semitic too.
And these are Semitic people groups. But he's using scriptures where it says to erase the memory of Amalek from the earth, or he will have a war with Amalek.
That sounds like a Christian. We only use it with a benefit.
Bro,
They try to throw that on us, but now we use it the whole way.
yeah, man.
And it preys on the people that don't read the Bible. They tell you about they read the Bible and they believe in it, but they don't go by it. They don't want you to read it.
That was it on that word. That justified.
Yeah, so you trying to make the wicked righteous. The Lord saying that you're an abomination. So Deacon Akah, well, not Deacon, I don't even know what he go by now. Akah and Hassad and who else? That's trying to Israelites that's teaching that Esau can make it. GOCC. Well, they found that clown, the leader, at the Grammys. So you know he's completely done. He was at the Grammys.
Apostle said previously, he was saying it's wicked to be, in the music industry and be involved around those.
Something is going on.
What happened?
What happened, right? So yeah, hey man, our people are wicked.
Sun is out.
That fucking club brought down the whole neighborhood.
Didn't we say before? No, but fuck it, it's just Eve that's keeping this
Alley
shit.
of the neighborhood is gone, bro.
Property value.
Where have you seen? How many men have you seen in comparison to all these M-dubs? All single aunties. That's all you see.
Bro. I hate this area now.
Bitch opened up the door and flipped the blunt. That's when we knew. Hey, it's feeling like a nigga with her hands, bro.
Hey, all these niggas getting judged. Cause we've been here for years, man. We haven't seen these many niggas, foot traffic, over here before. So it's the Lord judging all these chicks.
He judges.
You rather go party or you rather go listen to the prophets? Try to save your soul.
It's the spirit. It's on the same street too. I got Habakkuk 2 and 4 in the TPT. Look at the proud, puffed up with pride. They are crooked to the core, but the righteous will live by his faith. Like the point you was going into, man, you can't try to justify who the Lord created to be wicked. Like it says in I think it's Sirach. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or such as coming out wild beasts? You got a lot of Edomites. They try to get little baby lions and little baby bobcats and raise them up. A lot of them end up getting attacked, man. They keep them too long, trying to think they can domesticate a wild animal. The animal is gonna always, the nature of that animal is always gonna come out.
And that's why they say those lions at the zoo and the circus and shit, they always attack. You get tired of that shit.
Elephants and shit.
Yeah, people that have the animals in the house and shit, they regular in the backyard and got the room for them and fucking snatching off faces. One of them get a bitch face off.
I seen Edomite had iguanas in his house. One day,
Big ass snakes.
Remember, what was his name? The fucking Edomite that went into that church. Dylan Roof. Hopefully, Dylan Roof can go to the Genesis church.
Did they forget that nigga?
Yeah.
The same day, bro.
He wasn't in cuffs then. He was in the backseat of the police car.
So some of these congregations they need some Dylan Roofs. Yeah.
If you have opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood. Take out one of their family members, not promoting, but just if the shoes was on the other foot. If Jake, harmed Esau's family, if they got a chance, just look at that situation with the dude, the Jake that took out that cop that killed his son. When he was walking past, those police was looking at him like they wanted to hop on him right then and there. And you better believe when he got to the cell, they let him get his ass whooped by the police.
Yeah.
You got to be.
No mercy.
Oh, what about that? The one Jake that got ran over by that Edomite and the Edomite he drove back, not to check on the chick to see if he was good. He was like 10 years old. He just came back and picked up his rear view mirror and drove off.
He got off.
And got off for it.
Even the one that Jake was lost. I think he might have been an Hamite, but still, he was lost. He was doing like deliveries and shit.
Yeah.
He went into the dude's driveway, and then the dude shot at him.
Yeah.
He got off.
Yeah. Something the scripture says, who shall rouse him up? Some going to rouse Jacob eventually. It got to.
The wicked Israelites trying to save.
Yeah.
And what's the guy named Paul Birdsong? We like Paul Birdsong, we just don't like the Jake's following like he's some great prophet. We want him to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that not in promoting violence, but Jake needs to spark up that spirit though. Like, when Jake gonna stand up and fight, stand up for themselves? They ain't fight back. What you doing? The Edomite should have Edomite. They say white man fight back. Jake get mass murdered, unarmed, and nobody say nothing. Everybody business as usual.
Right.
You know, at what point is Jake gonna look at it like, we the hood patrol, when we gonna stop this? When we gonna say something?
I got
Everyone's just saying something.
real quick. This is Proverbs 24 and 23. And you can take this in the perspective of the fact that we're going to be a nation of judges. We're learning how to be judges, right? If Jake is cowering out now and making justifications for the wicked and trying to deem them innocent, and the Lord's going to come and deliver them on the chariots and bring them to salvation and all that. Proverbs 24 and 23 says, these things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. He that saith unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse. Nations shall abhor him.
You can go through any era, any decade of time, and list the atrocities of these people. That alone would make him guilty.
Yeah.
Any decade. So what happened? We can start back at Cain.
This man has been doing mischief since he came back into power, man. And before. Right. But it just seems like as we're getting closer and closer to the overthrowing of his kingdom, he's the most,
Said
man.
it. Quoted in Revelation 12.
Yep.
So very radically, going back on a short time. And now you gotta make a move. Nobody's there to stop him. You don't stop him.
This man is dropping tomahawk missiles on little girls,
Schools,
like the Iranian press secretary said. They're not only they're raping little American girls, and they're dropping missiles on little Iranian girls.
Oh, they're even Palestinian detainees. You had IDF soldiers that were raping them.
Yeah.
And then guess what? When they got arrested for it, the people actually were rioting.
That's like Sodom and Gomorrah.
They were rioting that they got arrested for it.
But they gotta serve justice. They're gonna fight, they're gonna riot over justice being served.
Yeah.
That's how upside down the times are.
And then I believe that those same men, they ended up getting pardoned, if I'm not mistaken. So you're gonna celebrate men who are raping. You know what I'm saying? See, BB, he knows if he's still alive, he knows he can't see the light of day again, because they're gonna be on his ass. He knows he can't. If he's hiding and he's not dead, that motherfucker gotta stay where he at. He can't see the time of day again, because he's showing you that that's how Cain is. Cain, when he committed murder, and then he turned around and lied to the Most High, the Lord put that mark on his ass, and what was the first thing he did? He started to play victim. And the Lord said, you're going to be a fugitive and a vagabond. Somebody that's a fugitive, they're going to run for something. It's a reason why you in hiding. Because you didn't committed too much murder.
Guilty.
He know he's guilty, man.
The whole world literally hates this man.
Niggas.
But people are celebrating that he might be back in the spirit world.
Yeah, the fact that every time you see him now, it's an AI video. Like they tried to put a new one up where he's basically this is supposed to be a video evidence showing that he's still alive, and he's in some little coffee shop getting coffee. But when you see the video, it's clearly AI. Even the cup, the way the cup is the way he's holding the cup. It's like it's glitching and all kind of shit. Come on, man.
That's a steal, but they had a video.
Come on now. That motherfucker is either in the spirit world or he's in hiding, and he can't come back up.
Or in the ICU.
Yeah.
Those arrows that Iran is shooting, hey, those arrows don't miss, man. Yeah. And then they're able to hit their targets very precisely and penetrate deep bunkers, man. You know?
They said he was underground.
Yeah.
Then when I had to laugh, he was like, with the Indian guy, he was like, we have nothing.
They arrested that guy.
Yeah, they arrested him.
We have him right here looking at the rubble of the destruction. Don't lie, television said he's right here. Cold, what do they call it? Dry snitch. Yeah. So right now, minutes later, bomb.
Yeah, man.
He says Psalms 10 and 2. Psalms 10 and 2, it says, the wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil plans. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. For they brag about their evil desires. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord. The wicked are too proud to seek Yahweh. They seem to think that he is dead. Yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever.
That's what they think.
Yep.
But little do they know that they're in a world of trouble. You know? They thought they was going to just walk through Iran. They was going to do it within a matter of days. And they was going to be able to just forward the Greater Israel project. And they were just going to go smoothly. And they thinking that the Most High is, you know, like, come on, man.
Esau's so proud, he can't take it to the chin.
Right.
Verse 6, it says, they think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. Trouble and evil are on the tips of their tongues. Yep. I'm going to jump down to verse 11.
This nigga said that we're setting it up for the Messiah to return. How proud could you be? All we're doing is just setting it up for the Messiah to come. That's all we're doing. We're trying to, this is how we're rolling out our red carpet for.
We're just announcing he's arriving.
You know?
You know that the long English days, the jesters and all of that show up, and the chancellors and whoever, the ambassadors show up, and they blow the horn, and then presenting our great king or whatever, and then comes in, you know? That's all we're doing. Cold.
is verse 11. It says, the wicked think Yahweh isn't watching us. He has closed his eyes and won't even see what we do. Arise, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, punish the wicked. Do not...
That's foolish as hell, right? And here it is. These devils got the stargazers and monthly prognosticators. They got CERN portals. So you communicate through all these mediums, and you know that you're being visited, and you know that there's extraterrestrial outside life that's constantly monitoring your everyday moves and activities. For you to have that mindset, there couldn't be anyone prouder, man. You don't think the Lord sees you, but yet you got to have all these communications with the other dimensions. What's the Space Force then? What is that set up for then?
Esau got programs, but they got a conglomerate of psychics.
Yeah.
They ask the psychics about questions. They have the psychics answer the question for them.
Yep.
That's those witches and warlocks.
What's the name of that one project where they have a device where they can look into the future? No.
Looking glass.
I
Looking
like
glass. Looking glass. Yeah.
Operation Looking Glass. Where it goes into. And they use that to try to look into the future to see if they can actually try to change things. But guess what? Every time they look through there, they notice that it doesn't change. So therefore they know that they have a fate that they have to meet. You know? So it doesn't matter what you do. Like Belshazzar, him being the last king of Babylon, the Lord had to basically show him the writing on the wall. He had to show him the writing on the wall, man. Because he was ultra proud.
Yeah. Because during that feast, they had what? They had the cups, the vessels from the temple.
Yeah.
You know? They were partying.
They was in triumph mode.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man.
This is our people. This is spitting into our people.
Yeah. It's done. It's done.
Oh, bunch of fake. This truth on the phone.
That's not me, baby.
Back in Psalms 10, verse 13, it's like 11. No, look back 13. It says, why do the wicked get away with despising the Most High? They think Yahweh will never call us to account. But you see the trouble and grief they cause. You take note of it and punish them. The helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. Break the arms of these wicked, evil people. Go after them until the last one is destroyed. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, when a crime is not punished quickly, people feel safe. People feel it is safe to do wrong. Even though a person sins 100 times and still lives a long time, I know that those who fear Yahweh will be better off. The wicked will not prosper, for they do not fear Yahweh. Their days will never grow long like the evening shadows.
Yeah, that was plain as well. You know, just saying the same thing. That people, they just continue to do wickedness all over the world. They don't consider that they're going to get judged. You know, but even though we're hazarding ourselves, sacrificing, giving up, you know, entertainment, pleasure, and whatever else that this world is trying to offer us, we give up all these things. Even though we're under grace, we give up all these things. We still, you know, it's gonna work out because there's a benefit in giving it up. Okay? As I said earlier, it won't be a vice unto us when the day comes. think a lot of the food contaminants based on like pork over the past few years, you know, like certain, you got some,
Yeah, Colossians 3:2. Set your affections on the things above, not on the things of the earth.
things above are righteous things, man. The things that belong in heaven and earth. Abominations can't be in heaven. Whether it be the abominations of people or the abominations themselves.
If we read verse 1, it said, if ye then be risen with Yahweh Shai, seek those things which are above, where Yahweh Shai sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
That righteousness. That's why if my brothers bring that up on heaven and earth, it goes hand in hand. If it's approved in the heavens, then that's what you should be doing in the earth. Okay, but what's going on down here? The thing, nothing down here. We're the closest things, and we can't even go straight away from earth to the heavens. We still got to be changed out of this corruption. You know, so the things of this changing that life down here can't even reach up.
Yeah, we still need to be there in Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Get the prayers answers from the Most High.
It's too corrupt, man. You know? Just imagine if we didn't have Yahweh Shai, we'd be through.
If there was no Most High God, Yahweh Shai, this was like the life. Oh, this would suck.
Yeah, we in captivity.
Yeah.
For that.
Niggas still be butt naked, chained, no shoes, and yoke iron on the neck. Tipping on yoke. So we ain't far off of that now.
Yeah, man. So, you know, that's why that's another reason. You know, when the scriptures talk about, you know, mortifying your members, you know, putting off the old man, killing them off, because what does the scripture say in 2 Peter the 3rd chapter? Knowing that this world shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought you to be? So that means that you will need to have been removed and put off the contaminations of this world, because what does it say? The unrighteous cannot inherit the kingdom. The corruptible, the unrighteous, the corruptible, they shall not inherit the kingdom. So if we didn't have Yahweh Shai, we still be corrupted. Our people that we see out here, they're still corrupted because they don't really have Yahweh Shai. That's why we talk about the remnant.
Those sheep don't hear the voice. That's why they don't go.
Right.
That's why they hear it not
They be
you.
over here right now if
They hear it not you because they hear it not me.
Right.
They hear it not me because they hear it not the Father. That's it.
That's it.
Having enough turmoil and violence happened on the earth already during their lifetime, for them not to be seeking, you know, to the Lord. They're just not the part of the sheep. They can't understand the song.
And it's okay. That's the best part. And it's okay. It's okay. You know, we get frustrated because think about it, if you fishing, all you see in the water is bad fish. You get frustrated. You know, catfish is just all catfish. Right? It is all fake, you know, catfish. It's always the bad fish that's in there.
This catfish is like easy fish to catch. Because they eat anything. Right. They eat anything, man. You know, when you get into the true angler, you know, you get into bass and trout, you know, small, largemouth, all their different. Because it takes specialized bait for those. You know, they're not about to just eat whatever that's
certain
about.
taste, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. This thing has a certain. That's why Gmslv, we're getting that top-notch fish. It's a certain acquired taste you gotta have to stomach. Say it this way, Gmslv document, which is the strictness of the scripture, which sounds like the elect, the creme de la creme.
Matthew 13 or 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good unto the vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and serve the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Sound like the same analogy of tares of wheat.
It is. It's pretty much, you know, same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. So when you see these wicked Israelites, you know, pass on this, or even if they come in temporarily, but then they get found out, you know, they got wickedness, and the Lord basically spew them back out. That was the bad.
Yep, they parted from us.
They got sifted out.
They left because they were not of us.
You know.
There was no doubt how to continue with us.
I got some. The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and I'll start at 10 in the GNT. It says, once there was a man named Enoch who pleased the Most High Power, Yahweh, and Yahweh loved him, while Enoch was still living among sinners. The Most High God, Yahweh, took him away, so that evil and falsehood could not corrupt his mind and soul. We all know that people can be so fascinated by evil that they cannot recognize what is good, even when they are looking right at it. Innocent people can be so corrupted with desire that they can think of nothing but what they want. And the point that what I was trying to make is that it was so bad that the Most High had to actually take Enoch away from the rest of the people, man. Had to basically send a chariot, you know, lest the corruption and the wickedness would eventually get to him. Because if the Lord didn't shorten the days and he didn't come back for his elect, there wouldn't be any flesh left to be to be saved, because we would be overcome.
That's why he's in the heavens praying, like he prayed for his disciples. Yahweh Shai.
He take them from the world.
Yeah.
Keep them from the evil.
Keep them from evil, man.
Let them go through it. Keep them from it.
Yeah.
Hey, does that sound like Job too? Awesome. Job stayed in that condition when he was never overtaken.
Peter, the Lord said that Satan desired to sift you out as wheat, but I prayed for you.
And that's why we're living in this, basically in the same days as, you know, the ancient prophets, especially Noah. You know, it's so bad out here, and it's only increasing. And every day we have to tighten up a little more and a little more, you know, because there's just so much temptation out here, man. It's all around us. We got to keep our eyes single. You know, it's very easy to do wickedness out here, man. It's very easily can we be tempted away. So the Lord, hey, Shah, please.
It tells you, going back to the time of Noah, that the hearts of the men were continually evil and corrupt. All they could do was come up with new ways to piss the Most High off. Newfound creative ways to go off and rebel against the Most High. You look at it now, how much more now? And, you know, wickedness is trending. You can literally get a career being a demon, being wicked.
Like, there are people that got big platform pages for either buy one of the foods.
Yeah.
Get paid.
Yeah.
and they make it look extra good. So Jake is like, oh man. And of course they put the ingredients up there, so niggas can go out and buy the shit, make the shit, and kill themselves.
Shit is insane.
This is a quick read. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 37 and 27. It says, my son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it.
And when I read this the other day, I think I said in a video like that. I said, all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. That's more so what the important thing is. Find out, even of the lawful things, you have to find out what's not expedient for you. And, you know, it may be detrimental to you.
You always say, multiple women.
That's easy.
It's not expedient for you in your situation. Forget about it.
Yeah, 28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
Just because the next brother's doing it, that don't mean it's for you. You know, he may make it look easy, but that's according to his spirit. But you don't have the same burden.
It's really all about standing your lane. What works best for this brother may not work best for you. It may look easy. This is how this brother is able to do it or whatever. Right, but
He wasn't built for that
right.
It's not your knowledge.
It's like I always say with the analogy of driving. You're driving and say the lane next to you is just zooming. Like, oh, let me hop in this lane. And then that lane slow down and you stuck, but the lane you was in it's calm and it's moving. You always should just stay in your lane in the first place and you would have been straight. But that's
hop over
right.
Ferraris. Hellcats, and you got the four banger. Yeah, that's it. With the four banger, we're trying to do something over there. Yeah, man. Stay over there.
Colossians 3:12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, miles of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another, and forgiving one another.
What is it describing? It's describing a mindset, how you should be looking at it, how you deal with things. You know what I'm saying? You know, putting on a certain mentality to be attentive to the way that you're thinking and approaching things from your life. You got it?
It says, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you, so also be ye. And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of the perfect. Going into that, as the elder mentioned, that conduct there. You know, the way that we behave in ourselves, even though we're not perfect, we seek it to be perfect. So we rehearsing in that perfectness. But that's what separates us from the rest of the world. This the initiative over here, man. The rest of the world, they don't have that law. Why you think there's nobody out here? They don't have any intentions on, you know, leaving off from that old way.
That's what the days are doing. Chase after their own desires, their own pleasures, man. So it's going to end bad for these people, man. You know? And this war is not going to stop anytime soon. It's just going to spread. It's just going to continue. And the effects, the fallout from all of this, by the summertime, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually finally we start seeing, like, when we were seeing about those ICE protests.
Oh yeah.
These motherfuckers are just out here just to have a reason to go out and just gather and socialize.
To be a part of something.
Be a part of something. The fact that you motherfuckers gotta pay $6-7 a gallon and the food is costing you dearly and your mortgage rates is going up. Everything, the cost of everything is going up. You're gonna be out here for a different reason. You know? They're gonna be out there for a different reason. It ain't gonna be like the ICE protests. It's gonna be a whole different spirit out here. That's when y'all gonna know, man. And we're gonna be laughing at y'all, man. What took you so long?
They're gonna be going out there to protest instead of coming coming here to get the real answers.
That's why we're gonna be laughing at it.
Like we were, whatever last month.
Yeah.
Well, y'all think fucking Martian is gonna make the prices go back down?
Like you stupid niggas had to drive down here or wherever to protest using your gas. They're gonna be carpooling to the protest and shit.
Yeah.
He said, how much gas you got?
You got more than me, I got $2,000.
Yeah, man.
Cash ain't gonna laugh.
Everything.
No, in these other countries, they're not doing it. They're going out to the street and they got cocktail bombs, Molotov cocktails. They tearing shit up, man.
Yeah.
They going straight to government building. Yeah. Like over there in Israel, they're rioting because Bibi left them unattended, and now they're worried. They're afraid. They're sitting ducks over there right now.
That's a bad look for them.
He abandoned them because they're like, man, we don't know if this motherfucker's dead or if he's hiding. But either way, nigga, you supposed to be our prime minister, so you supposed to be trying to tend to the people right now.
Yeah, make moves that's in the best interest of the people.
Iran is not finna stop. They not stopping. They like, we ain't even begin to open up our new arsenal. We still using our old shit. We ain't run out yet.
Oh, from now on, 1 ton warheads.
Oh man.
Well, that wasn't your big shit yet? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hey, like you say, they've been planning this shit 20 plus years.
And if you're having unbiased, if you're unbiased and you're looking at both sides, obviously you know who's the bad guy.
Yeah. And guess what?
We attack first.
And you niggas going into these little spots to try to get your last little used up piece. Prepare yourself though, because a military draft is coming.
Yeah. Hey, ain't no age limit either.
Yeah.
You know how they say.
You gonna get them papers, man.
You can't.
And then they saying if you don't go, there's a $350,000 fine.
I think it's $250. But I love you, $450 and or 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
And you know that ain't gonna be just county, or state police.
They're gonna force these people to go fight.
They're
gonna force them.
Federal prison. Draft dodgers. Oh, the irony of that, of Trump having a draft when that nigga was a draft.
Come on, man. And you know that they ain't gonna send their own children. You think Trump is gonna send Barron over there?
No, he has a medical excuse. He's too tall. He's too tall.
Yeah, too something.
So why?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably 6'5".
That's cool.
Too rich or something.
And I'm hearing that there's a internal conflict in the military over this. A lot of people are fighting to not go.
Yeah, remember you said talking about that ship? What do they do?
They flooded it.
Yeah. Sabotage.
Jeremiah, the mighty men of Babylon for going to fight. What am I fighting these small hands of war for? It don't make no sense. So I'm not getting compensated, wealthily compensated for my sacrifice. I could be a goddamn teacher. Yeah, man.
It's not just over here for some small operation. It ain't. It's different. It's not like Desert Storm. It's not like Afghanistan because the opponent that they're up against is not the same. It's the ancient Persians.
And the reason for it.
Right.
The reason that you're being told to go fight, it's just secret.
We need you to sacrifice yourself to distract from those files that depict us in the worst light known to man.
So soldiers, a lot of generals, a lot of officers, they're saying no. A lot of naval commanders that are, controlling these battleships formations. They're saying we're not going to the Hormuz.
They broke the dude's arm in the door.
The Marine.
You know, they have people are soldiers, and they're bringing back this term called fragging, where if you're being told to do all these things that you're not, your morals are against, you take out your commanders. This is what they were doing in Vietnam. They're term fragging is when they're throwing grenades at their leaders and blowing them up because they're being told to carry out fucking massacres and war crimes.
You should already know what time it is when they broke the arm of that Marine at that senator. Senator.
And none of
helped to break his fucking arm.
Yeah. And no one came to help him. His the leader or whatever you call it. The commanding officer, he didn't even, they said they motherfuckers would turn around.
Yeah.
Because he was calling his name.
Yeah. So you already know what time they are. So if the public is pushing back and they're resisting their government on this matter, Esau's gonna wage war against the people. He's gonna wage war on them. This is why a false flag doesn't sound too, because Esau's gonna have to resort to that now.
And that's absurd.
They don't seem too far-fetched.
Yeah.
Because he has to win the minds of the people.
Exactly.
To fight this war.
And that,
Exactly.
and an FF, false flag, would be a great ploy to get the, at least I won't say the majority, but some of the people on board with this war. Like, oh, they're fighting us. Not fighting us. They're attacking us on our soil. This is a T attack, just like they did with 9/11. There's a lot of people that enlisted after 9/11 took place, like that sniper movie, American Sniper.
When you get killed in action, it ain't like the government gonna fucking give your family enough money to live off of.
Right.
You know, if you got the female, the wife probably still gonna have to work. Shit, and they get kicked off base, off their military housing. You know, can't go to VA the same. Yeah, that's a joke.
So yeah, it's hey man, it's setting up to be
Operation Epic Failure.
Yeah. But hey, this is gonna intensify that wrath of this devil coming down. You know, but hey, hey, the prophets of the Lord been warning you. You can't say that the prophets wasn't risen up early to turn you back to the Father before this evil time. Jake, you got no excuse, man. All right? It's gonna get crazy out here. All right? So anyway, with that, we'll give all honor, all praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
That one is to the elder apostles and bishops of the great Gmslv that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. We'll say shalom.
Shalom.